The term Excalibur is physically represented through King Arthur's sword. And today, at the start of Texas high school football, the El Paso Sports Network finds itself at Excalibur Stadium, open in the year 1995 with a capacity of 6,264. And for the first time in its network history, the Hanks Knights play football on the El Paso Sports Network. And they want to prove that they're true royalty in El Paso, Texas, challenging a 6A foe in the Montwood Rams. Welcome to the El Paso Sports Network and Thursday Night Football. Alongside former Montwood Ram quarterback Isaac Galvan, I'm Sebastian Perez Navarro. Isaac, a special atmosphere today, the start of the Texas high school football season in the 915.
Absolutely. Honestly, seeing that they have a great program, both of these teams are amazing. They both have a lot to prove here, and they both have wonderful, wonderful coaches to back that up. Seeing this, that it's happening in the 915, you can see a lot of people out here waiting for this very special game happening here in the 915.
Isaac, and it's a very special night for you. You were previously the Montwood Ram varsity quarterback in the year 2023. Now, 3 years later, you get to call them from the booth in their season opener.
Absolutely. I'm excited to do this. This is very fun.
The Montwood Rams are going through a very drastic change, going from a quarterback that was top 4 in Texas and Damian Briano. Now they shift over to junior Davion Hurrell. Standing at 5'11", 160 pounds, he has not played at the varsity level, but on August 11th, he posted on social media, "We may be new to varsity, but we will impact the game." What are the expectations for the Rams' new varsity quarterback?
I mean, expectations are all on him. You know, they expect him to get the ball done, get everything executed to the max performance that it's been practiced, and make sure that he's doing everything he needs to do.
As we welcome the color guard, we'll take a break. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network. The first national anthem being played over Excalibur Stadium on a Thursday night over at Hanks High School. A little bit of a different atmosphere because it's not necessarily Friday, meaning that every single person, the athletes, the cheerleaders, the bands, and the fans, are going to have to reset and attend school the very next day.
Yeah, it's going to be very tiring for them, but at the same time, what can I say? It's Thursday night football.
I mean, the positives of this are this, right? Hanks and Montwood, they're pretty close. But Isaac, when you had those situations, having to play on a Thursday night, getting home at around 10, 11 o'clock, then having to go to 8 a.m. class, can you walk us through that process as a student athlete?
In reality, most of the time, coaches try to make it a little easier on you. They try to take some of that stress off of you by bringing you earlier in the morning so that you can get a practice in before the day even starts. Right, so that once you're already off of school, you already have everything set in stone. Coaches already gave you the game plan, and now you're ready for the game coming in at night, and you're ready for school the following day.
The sun starting its descent. We're at 90 degrees as the Montwood Rams make an entrance to a very familiar face in their former varsity quarterback, Isaac Galvan. The Rams having to face opposition in the form of playing an away game for their first season.
It's going to be rough. It's going to be especially tough. I mean, the crowd that they're at, it's going to be very loud, and the atmosphere is going to carry you through. But they just have to show resilience and show that they can actually keep their minds and play with cool and intensity.
Led by fourth season head coach Ivan Rangel, hired back in January of 2023. Now head coach Scott Veliz of the Hanks Knights, a very familiar face to you, Isaac Galvan.
Absolutely. He was actually one of my mentors when it came to being a quarterback. He is a very offensive-oriented guy, and trust me, he knows how to run an offense. He knows how to execute, and he built that behind Jordan Morales. He was amazing at it, and he led him to be a more comfortable quarterback throughout his 3 years as a varsity quarterback.
Now the Rams are hoping that Davion Hurrell is a comfortable quarterback making his varsity debut. The junior athlete. The Ram is inflated down in the kingdom that is Hanks High School, built as a castle to bring the home of the Knights into a life of its own. Hanks High School known for its very distinct architecture, and that team hopes to carry that characteristic. Led by senior Jordan Morales, the quarterback entering his third year on varsity, a very comfortable and familiar setting for Morales.
Absolutely. I mean, he looks calm in the pocket. He looks calm under pressure, and there's nothing that he hasn't seen before. You know, he's been in the varsity level for 3 years now, giving him enough perspective to see and execute what needs to be done today on the field.
One of the big storylines is this: UIL district realignment. The Montwood Rams stay at the 6A level, but it's the Hanks Knights moving to 5A Division 1. They move alongside the Horizon Scorpions, who went 1-9 in overall play, 1-7 in district play. Isaac walks me through that switch of going from a district you were familiar with for 2 seasons to having to go to a whole new one.
Whole new district means whole new teams you have to play, meaning there's a whole bunch of new schemes that everybody's going to try to run against you. Right, so coaches now have to find a way to help their players out, and the players have to find a way to adapt to who they are playing.
And here comes the home team, and the Hanks Knights making their first entrance of the 2026 football season. The first time they step onto this turf in this year. For many, their last, including their leader, Jordan Morales. The Montwood Rams come on for the first time in this 26 football season. A green Texas flag, a familiar symbol to you, Isaac Galvan.
Absolutely is. It symbolizes, obviously, in the state of Texas that we have our football here, but also representing that Montwood is very much under that own state. Hopefully, again, it's a great game tonight.
Visitors from the Emerald City coming to the kingdom of Hanks High School. As Hanks reaches their bench for tonight, the sun setting over a beautiful view of the Franklin Mountains, and in the distance, in the visitor's side, Rocky the Ram visits in an orange construction outfit.
Yeah, they have him dressed up in a couple of fancy things here and there.
Did he ever get to fist bump you or give you a high five during your time?
It was very hard to get him. He was so popular.
Now, tell me this, Isaac, because I have trouble remembering if this is a myth or reality. How many push-ups does Rocky the Ram typically do whenever Montwood scores a touchdown?
Whenever he does this, if I remember correctly, he does about 10.
The Knights versus the Rams. The first coin toss of the Texas high school football season soon to get underway. Austin Duscher, Isaiah Ochoa, Alex Robles, Odia Jaques, and Jordan Morales picked as the captains for the Hanks Knights to meet at the middle. As for Montwood, Cameron Dominguez, Gene Palmer, Miguel Candelaria picked at the center. Both teams meet for a coin toss. In the midst of the first kickoff of this 26 football year, the Hanks Knights will receive first as senior Jordan Morales will get the chance to show his stuff early on this varsity season. Isaac, any first game jitters from either of these teams?
I bet there's a bunch of game jitters that everybody gets on all levels. Coaches, players, everybody, the band, cheerleaders. It's an exciting time to be here, but at the same time, you just want to execute and have everybody happy, you know?
And it's two very distinct seasons. The Hanks Knights are coming off a year where they were fourth in their district, so they crept into the playoffs under the leadership of head coach Scott Belize. As for the Rams, they had one of the best offenses in the Lone Star State, but unable to capitalize. 1-9 overall, 6 out of 7 teams in their district last year.
Definitely. Just has to do a lot with the defense. Kind of like that whole quote, defense wins games. Especially within a football community, you always want everybody backing you in that stadium.
Hanks gets set to receive. Montwood still in the huddle. Ivan Rangel coming back for his 4th year. Montwood comes out to kick. Hanks will receive. Seconds away from beginning the new football season. Kicking it off is senior kicker Angel Acero. One final opening kickoff of the year for Acero. That is tonight. Under the lights of the Kingdom at the 915. Montwood gets set to kick off. Hanks ready to receive. On a sunset by the Franklin Mountains in El Paso, Texas, there's only one thing to say. It's time for Thursday Night Football on the El Paso Sports Network. Hanks receives first, going almost to the 20-yard line, but stumbling is none other than Austin Duscher, who brings it back. Duscher and the Knights will have first possession. For a senior core that has been here since they were sophomores, quarterback Jordan Morales, running back Austin Duscher, and senior wide receiver Alex Robles.
It's a wonderful team to have. It's going to be amazing to watch and see them all in action.
Shotgun formation for Morales. Duscher to his left. Man in motion. Takes it. Fakes it. Still in the pocket with time. Throws deep downfield. That pass is incomplete. Intended for Alex Robles. However, double coverage brought on by the Montwood Rams in the form of Miguel Candelaria and Ian Flores. 2nd down and 10.
Absolutely. You can see how the play breaks down right there. He does an RPO action, and he tries to see everything downfield, but he just throws it into a tight coverage right there.
Morales will be alone in the pocket. 3 receivers out right, 2 to the left. Morales takes the snap. It's quick. Looks, throws. Also pass that is quick, and it is completed to his man, Liam Araujo.
Simple stuff. Simple stuff moving them down the field. That they're just finding that open space and they're just taking it.
It sets up 3rd down and 6. For Morales and the Knights hoping to extend their first drive of the year. Morales again stands alone, coming off a season where he threw for over 2,500 yards. Morales takes the snap. He drops back. His O-line gives him time. He has Robles down the middle. Robles makes the reception and stumbles down, but not before reaching the 35-yard line in Ram territory.
Just like I was saying before, look at the composure he has within that pocket. Takes his 3-step drop, sees a broken coverage downfield, and takes that opportunity as soon as he saw it.
Familiar territory for the senior quarterback, now in shotgun formation. Fakes it to Dusher. Dusher has not touched the ball since the opening kick, and it's Morales who's going to take it himself. How risky are those type of running plays for your quarterback?
Those quarterback runs are the most riskiest things you can do, just because you're sending them in with the big boys down in the trenches, you know, so you want him to be as careful as possible, making sure he stays safe and uninjured.
417 yards on the ground for Jordan Morales last season. Sets up 2nd down and 4. Morales hands it off to Dusher. Dusher makes a move. Dusher cuts to the edge. He's past the chains for a 1st down and brought back rather harshly, and no unexpected results here. Flags down on the play. Dusher was going out of bounds. Andy Quintanilla comes down to bring an extra hit. A scuffle near the end of the play. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network.
Audi Q3, own the moment. Meet the new Audi Q3. Bold design, intelligent technology, confident performance. From the city streets.
This broadcast is copyrighted by El Paso Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game.
Audi Q3, own the moment. Meet the new Audi Q3. Bold design, intelligent technology.
We welcome you back to the El Paso Sports Network. It was the legs of Austin Dusher that got him past the chains for a 1st down. Hanks is now close to the red zone in Montwood Ram territory. Alongside Isaac Galvan, I'm Sebastian Perez Navarro. The start of Thursday Night Football on the EP Sports Network.
Absolutely. That run was phenomenal. I mean, you can see him use his eyes and use everything that he's been trained for. You know, he saw the linebacker coming down to crash that outside, and he just bounced it out even more. Right, but even when they got him and they tried stopping him, he just used the power and the force just to get that 1st down.
Hanks is at the 20. Red zone alert because the Knights in red are threatening the Rams. Morales takes the snap in shotgun formation. He tosses it to his senior running back. Dusher makes another move. It's like he's straight out of college football, and he gets close to the chains to make it 2nd down and short.
Wonderful toss, wonderful blocking by the men up front. You can see him seal off that edge and the linebackers just to get into that open space, and Dusher was able to see that and gain some good positive yards.
2nd down and 3 for the Hanks Knights. 25 seconds on the play clock. They'll line up in shotgun formation. 2 receivers on both sides. Morales takes the snap with Robles in motion. He hands it off to Dusher again. Dusher cuts the edge. He's down to the right of the field. No question. A backflip to celebrate a royal touchdown. Touchdown, Hanks Knights. Dusher punches it in for 6.
I mean, wonderful play designed by the Knights right there. You can see the outside receiver was pushing them out, and you can see the linemen up front were just executing everything to the tip-top shape that they've been trained to do. I mean, just wonderful, and look at the vision that they gave that Dusher has. You know, he saw the inside, and he immediately bounced outside when everything crashed in. Wonderful play.
Hanks will be bold and go for 2. Rolling out to the right. Morales pump fakes. He's tackled right before he can get inside of the end zone. So not completely a negative drive for the Montwood Rams. Their defense gets some momentum. 6-0 in the 1st quarter. The Hanks Knights strike first on a Thursday night.
I mean, it was a good play design, absolutely. You can see that there was a couple guys open right there, and he decided that he wanted to take that in for himself, you know, and sometimes that's the safest option you can do as a quarterback. You know, don't force anything. Just try to get that point. Points on the board.
Hanks already leading. Now a bold decision from head coach Scott Feliz to go for 2 on your first drive.
Absolutely. That's a risky thing to do, but that's a thing that most coaches love to do, actually. They just don't admit it enough. You know, you get those points on the board, and you can tell that they're a little confident in their offense's abilities. And to try and take that lead, trust me, it sets the tone for everything else.
And we also take into consideration that tonight is a non-district game. So you can try loads of things like an onside kick that bounces off the intended receiver. Hanks jumps back on top of it as the flag is thrown immediately after it went off the chest of Daniel Galvadon.
Definitely not expecting that one. You can totally see Montwood wasn't even ready to receive that onside kick.
And it goes Hanks' direction. Onside kick. Successful initially without taking into consideration the flag.
This is what I mean. Taking ownership immediately at the break of the game. You want to take that foot first, and you want to just keep pushing on that pedal. And Coach Scott Feliz, trust me, he is definitely pushing on that pedal right now.
So an onside kick, however, offsides from the Hanks Knights. So redo the kickoff. Montwood doesn't lose possession as their junior quarterback, Davion Hirel, has yet to have the ball today.
All right, we're excited to see this Montwood offense come onto the field. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are also excited to see this Montwood offense come onto the field as well. All they've seen is the defense of the Montwood Rams and the offense of the Hanks Knights.
Kicking it off is senior kicker Ricardo Bujanda. Previously attempted an onside kick. The Knights were offsides. Leading 6-0, Montwood has not touched the ball today. Play clock at 14 seconds. Bujanda steps up, sends it away. And the bright El Paso sun, it is received. Goes past the 20, pushing forward, going head first. The Montwood Rams will begin near the 30-yard line.
Now we get to see what this offense is made of. I mean, you get to see a brand new quarterback start his first ever debut as a varsity quarterback.
Isaac, take me back to when you were in Hirel's position.
It's a very exciting position to be in, absolutely, and you want to take it all in, especially at his age. You know, nothing like Texas night football, especially on a Thursday night football. You know, so hopefully he takes it slow and he doesn't rush anything too much.
Plus, you get to go back to class the next day, and if the result is positive, are bragging rights deserved?
Bragging rights are definitely deserved.
Hirel takes the snap. He's going to hand it up the gut. The run goes for 2 yards. One of the returners of this Montwood Ram offense, a highlight of last season in Gene Palmer, the senior. Last year, rushing for 561 yards, averaging 56.1 yards per game. Hirel now alone in the pocket. 3 receivers out to the left. A screen pass is set up for Hirel. Completes it, however, no gain on the play as receiver Sebastian Cervantes goes down.
I mean, how you can see how he blew that play up. Mr. Austin Ferces, he just saw everything develop and he just immediately crashed that play. Better execution has to be done on the offense by there.
3rd down and 7. Hirel sends a man in motion, takes the snap, looks right, will throw right, screen pass once again, gets the blocks and close to the 40, but he's going to be 2 yards shy from the first down marker. An early decision for head coach Ivan Rangel.
I mean, absolutely, he was trying to look for things downfield, but he just couldn't find them. You know, then that brought him to his check down and it allowed some yardage to be gained.
4th and 2. Montwood will stay. Hanks will make noise. Shotgun formation. Hirel, the junior. Hard count. Looks back to his sideline. Hurrell takes the snap. He'll throw. Completes it to Palmer. Another screen pass. He will be short, and the drive will end. The Hanks Knights make a stand and return to the offensive side of the ball.
I mean, poor execution on the offensive round right there. You just got to run the ball or just punt the ball away. I mean, you can't always leave the defensive team with enough room to get some more points on the board.
Pass out to the flat. Right decision?
Was the right decision, absolutely, but the Hanks Knights were just quick to pick up on that. And trust me, they took advantage of that all the way.
Momentum building for the Hanks Knights. How do you keep capitalizing on it?
In all reality, I mean, just keep capitalizing on what your quarterback can do. Quarterback can throw down the field, and he can read the ball, and trust me, your offensive line is going to get him there as well.
Here's Morales, accompanied by no one in the backfield. He'll throw, looks, once again, deep downfield, caught, reception, and just short of the end zone. Nonetheless, it's a completed pass to Liam Araujo, and the senior takes the Hanks Knights down inside of the 5.
Again, as I was saying, Justin Morales super composed. You just saw that play happen downfield, and he took advantage of that all the way. This is what happens when you don't either take those punts or just go with the safer option on those plays.
The difference between 2 more steps or stumbling right before the end zone is a yard. First down and goal. Dusher to the left of Morales. 19 seconds on the play clock. Fake, looks, tosses it. It is incomplete. Alex Robles tried a sneaky grab, all for naught. Second down.
You can tell Coach Scott Veliz right there wanted a little sneak play just to get some extra points on that board right there. He tried to fake out the whole defensive team right there with Dusher, and they focused on him heavily, but that's when they saw the senior, Alex Robles, come into play, and they immediately had to jump on that.
Second down and 1. One receiver out to the left. Dusher's on that side as well, but it's Morales who will take it himself, confident in his ability, and he's right to believe so, because it's a touchdown for the Hanks Knights off the legs of senior Jordan Morales, his first of the season.
I mean, incredible play there by the offensive team. You just don't know what's going to happen with them anymore. You know, he can throw the ball, he can run the ball, Dusher can get the ball. It's just an all-around team. They want to execute on all levels. Montwood Rams definitely have to speak in their playbook and find something that can stop this offense.
12 rushing touchdowns last season for Morales, now has his first of the year. You talk about execution, they also want to execute on 2-point conversions. We'll try another one. First one unsuccessful. Rolling out to the left. Morales looks for options. He's got his man in the end zone for a successful 2-point conversion. 14-0. The Hanks Knights lead.
And right back to Alex Robles, his main guy. Trust me, you're going to see that duo all night long, trying to complete passes downfield, shorts, anything they can.
A very productive summer for Robles, receiving his first offer from Johnson University over that time period. Now as a senior, looking to accumulate more. For Morales, for Robles, and for Dusher, what are the special qualities of entering your senior year, being on varsity since their sophomore campaigns?
It gives you so much more experience than most people realize. You can totally see how they break down a game, and and it makes them much more composed and processes the game at a faster pace than most people do. So seeing that in real life and real action, it shows you the type of community they built around them, along with their coaches and teammates. You can see how comfortable they are within their own teams.
A little fake from kicker Buhanda. First time Hanks scored a touchdown, they went for an onside kick. That was ruled back due to an offsides. This, a regular kick that will go far. Sent in deep. Here come the Rams. Finding a crease, getting blocks, trying to advance close to the 25-yard line as a little scuff occurs on the field. Despite it being a non-district game, both of these teams don't share that emotion as a flag is thrown.
I mean, you're just going to see this all night long. Emotions are high. It's the first ever game in Thursday Night Football. Trust me, you're going to see a lot of scuffles kind of break out here and there. It's just the intensity of the game, and it brings out the best in everybody.
Julian Gonzalez was the returner for the Rams, and in comes back Davion Hurrell. Forward out. his first ever drive as a varsity starting quarterback. How does he reset?
He has to talk to his coaches right there. He has to kind of reset his ground, make sure that he knows what he's going to be doing on the next drive, and be confident in the abilities of his training and be confident in the abilities of his coaches as well.
Sun beginning to make its descent. Lucky for Curel, now has a turf full of shade. As the flag will be ruled against the Hanks Knights on the kickoff return. A scuffle between both squads, advantage Montwood. 2 in the back. Hurrell takes the snap. Looks, rolls around, almost intercepted. A risky pass made by Hurrell. Touches the fingertips of Johnny Schwartz, but no turnover. Instead, it's second down.
I mean, look at the breakdown right there by Johnny Schwartz.
Over at the Kingdom, we'll take a pause. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network.
Audi Q3, own the moment. Meet the new Audi Q3. Bold design, intelligent technology, confident performance. From the city streets to the open road, the Q3 is engineered to make every drive feel extraordinary. The new Audi Q3, make every moment yours. Visit us in person at 6318 Montana or 24/7 at AudiElPaso.com.
Summer is almost over, but the excitement is just getting started. As we're trying to wrap up our Summer of Audi sales event, I want to personally invite you guys to start looking at the all-new Q7 and the all-new Q9 that are headed down to El Paso right now. All new technology, new experiences, and more importantly, a different way to experience luxury in this great city. So stay tuned. The best is yet to come. This is Audi.
Play will resume on the El Paso Sports Network. Hurrell in shotgun formation. Second down and 10. The Rams face. And shotgun formation, hands it off to Palmer. Palmer is up the gut. Palmer is going to fight his way close to midfield. He's down at the 48-yard line to make it third down and manageable. Isaac Galvan, thoughts on the previous play?
I mean, wonderful play there by the defense. You can see Mr. Schwartz coming in and taking care of business, seeing that the quarterback was already looking left, and he decided to play that. Getting into that field of vision, it makes it very, very tough on the quarterback to try and make a throw up.
Third down and 5 for Montwood. Man in motion. Fakes it. Screen pass. Once again, a defender gets his fingertips on it for the Hanks Knights. Austin Fredis coming up to break up the pass. Fourth down and 5.
Got another fourth and manageable here. Let's see what the coaches do. I mean, last time they decided to go for it. Looks like they're going to go with the safer option here and just take that play.
Previously a fourth down and 2 with an extra 3 yards added to the equation. Head coach Ivan Rangel will not take a risk. A very familiar setting for Coach Rangel. He was the defensive coordinator here at Hanks before going to Montwood. The Rams to punt it away. Pressure brought on by the Knights. It'll take a favorable bounce for the ones from Emerald City. Now, can they capture it before it goes too much into the end zone?
Yeah, it just looked like the bounce was just a little too much. I mean, Montwood tried to recover that ball before it touched the end zone, but just couldn't get to it before then.
First down for that punt It seems as though it's a highlight one, worth mentioning, not bouncing into the end zone. Instead, the Hanks Knights will have possession from inside their own 5.
I mean, this is where we really get to see Morales, take some composure and see his 3 years of experience in the varsity level.
Mark them down at the 1-yard line. A back with Morales. That's Duscher trying to push ahead. He gains 1 yard. 2nd down and 9.
Very risky call right there. I mean, you're in the red zone, and trust me, the last thing you want is 2 points for the defense. So you're going to do everything in your power to make sure you stay out of that red zone.
For this offensive unit, defined by seniors, favorable drives making it 14-0 at the midway point of the first quarter. Now Hanks, for the first time today, faces some pushback from that Montwood defense.
Absolutely. Oh. Looks like we had a flag on the play. On the defense.
Make it 1st down and 5. Hanks a little more room to run. They do just that, handing it off to Duscher. Duscher makes a move, cutting to the edge, and getting away from all the Rams before he's finally taken down, but not before getting the Hanks Knights way past the 5 and past the 20. Close to the 30, if not already there.
I mean, wonderful execution right there by Duscher. Line up front was executing. I mean, let's give some credit out here to Liam Araujo. Wonderful blocking. He set that edge perfectly, and Duscher could totally run behind that.
Shotgun formation, 3 receivers out to the right. Morales with time. His O-line has given it to him. Throws it deep downfield, but there was too much sauce on the pass. Intended for senior wide receiver Josh Cortez. Instead, 2nd down and 10.
I mean, you can just see how much time Morales has back there with this offensive line. He's no pressure at all. I mean, he can see his receivers getting downfield. His receivers are getting at least 20 yards down the field before he throws that ball.
Now he stands alone in an empty pocket. Morales takes the snap, will run with it, grabbed by the face mask. Helmet flies off, flags thrown immediately.
This is what we mean by those risky plays, by those quarterbacks running the ball. You go into those trenches, trust me, it's all physical in there.
As Hanks will expect to move up after the grab on the mask of Jordan Morales. Face mask call indeed ruled. Hanks now in an even more favorable position.
Yeah, they just want to know the score.
Yeah, I mean, that's not something you really want as a defensive coordinator. You want your team to execute as much as they can. Face mask, trust me. Sometimes it's inevitable, but it hurts the team. 15 yards, it's nothing to sneeze at. Gets them in favorable position to make another Hanks touchdown.
A little over 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Morales in the pocket. Duscher to his left. Hands it off. Called the safe play. And it could be the right play after Duscher spins across some Rams to make it 2nd down and very short. 2nd down with 2 yards to go. 2 consecutive offensive drives for Hanks has resulted in 2 touchdowns. Play blown dead. A little bit of pushback from the Hanks Knights. Seems as though they were disorganized before the start of the play.
Audi Q3, own the moment. Meet the new Audi Q3. Bold design, intelligent technology, confident performance. From the city streets to the open road, the Q3 is engineered to make every drive feel extraordinary. The new Audi Q3, make every moment yours. Visit us in person at 6318 Montana or 24/7 at AudiElPaso.com.
Summer is almost over, but the excitement is just getting started. As we're trying to wrap up our Summer of Audi sales event, I want to personally invite you guys to start looking at the all-new Q7 and the all-new Q9 that are headed down to El Paso right now. All new technology, new experiences, and more importantly, a different way to experience luxury in this great city. So stay tuned. The best is yet to come. This is Audi.
Montwood is on the back pedal. On the El Paso Sports Network, it's the Hanks Knights leading 14-0 as the sun descends over the Franklin Mountains that define the landscape of the West Texas town of El Paso. Montwood down to 2 timeouts in the first half. Morales takes the snap as a flag flies immediately.
Yeah, we got minor mistakes here. Got a false start on the offense.
Now, Isaac, how many push-ups is that for those flags?
Definitely 10, at least 10. You know, simple things, but trust me, those simple things can rack up very, very fast, so they trust me. They got to be on top of that as of now.
Push-ups all the way down or just slightly down?
Only slightly down, yeah, no.
From a 2nd down and 2 to instead a 2nd down and 7. Play clock is at 7 seconds. Morales hands it off to Duscher. He looks to regain those yards and more. Past the 50 and bumping his way close to the 40-yard line. He will be met his match with a Montwood Ram defender in the form of Joaquin Spencer. Nonetheless, a new set of downs for the Kingdom of El Paso, the Hanks Knights.
I mean, Duscher's just showing what he can do with his legs. You just see he keeps bouncing it out to the outside. It's the weak spot, and trust me, he's picked up on that. So he's going to continue hitting those outsides until something is fixed.
A quick view of Hanks' Silver Knight clapping along. Some positive results for his offense. 2 receivers on both sides. Shotgun formation. Duscher in the back once again. Handed up. Why fix what isn't broke? Solid yardage for Duscher.
Absolutely. Wonderful yardage right there. Wonderful execution. Again, positive yards is better yards than no yards at all.
Isaac, you had the opportunity to work with head coach Ivan Rangel before he was a head coach. We spoke before the game. You told me very defensive-minded. Right now, with his squad down 14-0, what's running through his mind?
More than sure, he just wants to make sure that he can shut down that run game alongside with the deep ball game. I mean, Morales and Duscher have been doing this the whole game pretty much, and I'm pretty sure there has to be some sort of scheme they come up with to get that to stop.
And Duscher will make a cut. He'll go to the edge, and he gets a new set of downs for the Hanks Knights. This drive has been capitalized by one main name, Austin Duscher, at 5'7", 200 pounds, getting it done.
Yeah, but we can also not ignore those big men up front. I mean, Isaiah Ochoa leading that front right there, blocking off that edge. Trust me, it gives Duscher all the room in the world to work with that field.
Morales in shotgun formation. Man in motion. That's Robles. Fakes the handoff. Will take it himself. Advances 1 yard at most. Make it 2nd and 9.
Wonderful play right there by the Rams. He stayed in his spot, and he didn't let a distraction pretty much go in front of his face. He waited for Morales to either hand off that ball or keep that ball. You know, wonderful play right there by Frank Lopez.
Montwood has bended thus far, but in the first quarter, it's not too early to not break. 2nd down and 9. Morales with time, rolling out, throws it deep pass over to Alex Robles. Robles touches the pylon, no question. It's a royal touchdown from the Hanks Knights. The senior-to-senior connection results in 6.
I mean, look at the arm talent on this kid. You know, reminds me a lot of Patrick Mahomes in a way. Kind of funny enough. I mean, he's so composed in that pocket. He saw the right side crash down, and he decided to start rolling out left. When he had a corner wide open, he put it in a pocket where only his receiver could get that, right? No corner was getting that. No safety was getting that. Wonderful throw right there by Morales.
3rd touchdown of the night. Morales' 2nd passing touchdown thus far. After their touchdowns, Hanks has gone for 2-point conversions, converted the first. Previously did not get their first one on their opening drive. Band as loud as can be. As the head referees have a discussion in the middle of the huddle.
It could be next time, it's fine. What's the time on the clock now?
At 2 minutes and 9 seconds in the first quarter, the Hanks Knights will go for their first extra point of the season.
What'd you say?
Buhanda to kick it. Splits the uprights for the extra point. 21-0 at Excalibur Stadium. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network on Thursday Night Football. As the Hanks Knights get ready to kick off, we'll take a quick game break and talk about whether or not you have a water emergency. Because if you do, Jimmy Garza Emergency Water Removal is ready 24/7, 365 days a year when unexpected water damage strikes. From burst pipes to flooding, count on our team for fast, professional help. You can call them at 915-474-9472. Again, that's 915-474-9472. Thank you to our partners at Jimmy Garza Emergency Water Removal. Anytime, any day. 21-0 at Excalibur Stadium.
It always does it when you need it to.
Turning 31 years old this season. Booted to the back. Coming out with blocks. Brought down before reaching the 30. Down at the 25-yard line is Angel Acero. His duties not only come in the special team side, but also as a kick returner.
I mean, yeah, there's going to be a lot of players out here where you're going to see them on multiple positions in this team, and that's just because they play a huge part in how the team is ran.
Through your football career at Montwood, was there any other position not named quarterback that you went through?
Absolutely not. Maybe in my middle school year when I took a job as a safety. Never again, though.
Would you try to be a kicker?
Absolutely not. The kickers don't get enough recognition for that. But that position right there is a super hard position to play.
Hurrell's pass is incomplete. Hanks' defense has been stingy all night. That's an example of it. 2nd down and 10.
I mean, look at Ryan Cadenas right there, number 7 for the Hanks Knights. Just making a play on the ball. You know, watching the quarterback's eyes and seeing where he was going to throw.
In shotgun formation, hands it up to senior Gene Palmer. Palmer breaks one tackle, another one before finally being taken down, but not before going past the 40 and being brought down at the 41-yard line.
I mean, great execution right there by the Montwood Rams. Great run right there by Gene Palmer, putting his shoulder down and just trying to gain those yardage.
At 1 minute and 42 seconds, first down, passes bobbled, almost intercepted. The big man could have gotten away with it, just touching the fingertips of Joaquin Lopez, the senior defensive tackle. That would have been a moment to remember in his football career.
I mean, wonderful play right there by the defense. I mean, just all entirely knew exactly what was going to happen, and they almost made a magnificent play on that ball, giving what would have been given to the offense and wonderful position.
Takes the snap, hands it up the gut to Palmer. Palmer will get past the 45, takes it down to the 46-yard line.
6-yard gain on the play.
At 1 minute and 20 seconds. Sets up 3rd down and manageable. 5 yards to go. Montwood still looking for their first down of the night. Takes the snap. Handed up the gut. Why fix what isn't broke? Because Gene Palmer has got out conversion of the chains.
Again, wonderful blocking right there by the men up front. You know, those places aren't easy to block, but trust me, they're making it work somehow.
Montwood gets a first down. They're inside Hanks territory. Davion Hurrell, the junior, will take the snap. Comes in rather brash, as this run is stuffed. Handed off to junior varsity running back Nicolas Aranda.
And again, Wonderful run right there. They tried to run right up the middle where the other two plays has succeeded. But guess who was there? Mr. Ryan Cardenas, just trying to make a play.
2nd and 9. Two receivers out to the left, one out to the right. Handed off once again to the junior running back. Tries to cut the edge and brought down rather harshly, however getting close to the 35-yard line. As Nicolas Alanda is brought down at the 36. As it's the end of the first quarter, it's Hanks with a commanding 21-0 lead over the Montwood Rams. We're back with the second quarter. You're watching Thursday Night Football on the El Paso Sports Network.
That's crazy.
Audi Q3, own the moment. Meet the new Audi Q3. Bold design, intelligent technology, confident performance. From the city streets to the open road, the Q3 is engineered to make every drive feel extraordinary. The new Audi Q3, make every moment yours. Visit us in person at 6318 Montana or 24/7 at AudiElPaso.com.
Summer is almost over, but the excitement is just getting started. As we're trying to wrap up our Summer of Audi sales event, I want to personally invite you guys to start looking at the all-new Q7 and the all-new Q9 that are headed down to El Paso right now. All new technology, new experiences, and more importantly, a different way to experience luxury in this great city. So stay tuned. The best is yet to come. This is Audi.
Play resumes on the El Paso Sports Network. It's the Hanks Knights leading 21-0 over the Montwood Rams as fourth down comes up for the players in Emerald City. A long first quarter, now entering the second part of the first half. First, fourth down try was unsuccessful. Rangel will keep his offense out. Fumble on the snap picked up by Palmer. Palmer may have the awareness to pick up the ball, but he will not be able to cross the chains, and it brings an end to Montwood's most productive drive thus far.
I mean, really heartbreaking right there. Montwood was looking to make some progress and get some points on the board, but just a mistake that cost them the ball, and sadly it was on fourth down.
The stadium we are in is called Excalibur Stadium. It is home of the Knights in a school that is built like a castle. It's a safe assumption to make that tonight, Hanks has shown why they are royalty.
Absolutely. I mean, they're making plays down the field, and trust me, they are putting a name up in the 915 at the moment.
Coming off a playoff appearance last year under the direction of their now fourth-year head coach, Scott Belize, welcomed in January of 2023. This is fourth season. Morales in the pocket with loads of time. Pumps at first. The pressure can't get to him until it does. It turned from 3 to 4 to 5 Rams, having to bring down the senior quarterback.
I mean, again, wonderful composure in that pocket. Looked downfield, saw nothing, stepped up into the pocket, and just realized he had to take that ball himself, and still gaining a good 4 yards on that play.
From a quarterback's perspective, what has Morales been doing right tonight?
He's doing pretty much everything he needs to. You know, he's patient, and he's waiting for those plays to open up and waiting for those defenses to break down. You know, but more importantly, he's leading the team to get those extra points.
Which I haven't gotten very many orders, but I also don't want to advertise because
Referees will have a discussion in the middle of the field. It'll go from first down to second down as the flag was initially thrown, now waved off. Hanks is close to the 40, marked at the 39-yard line inside of their own territory. Shotgun formation. Receivers bunched up at the line. The toss goes Duscher's direction. Duscher goes past the 45, gets hit at the 46-yard line, and that's where he will be out. However, it's a first down and a new set of down for the Knights in red.
I mean, Duscher just again showing what he can do with his legs. He's a wonderful addition to have on this Hanks Knight team, and he's just showing why years of experience can really get you moving on a team such as this.
Sun fully set at golden hour over a school that is 48 years old of the institution that is J.M. Hanks High School. Morales drops back with time, looks, finds his man, who makes the grab, off to the races. It's a royal touchdown from Morales to senior Josh Cortez. It's 6 more for J.M. Hanks.
I mean, phenomenal throw right there down the right sideline.
And bring in the push-ups. However, it may be rescinded.
Seems to be the flag was on the Montwood Rams. As I was saying right now, I mean, wonderful throw there by Jordan Morales. I mean, finding Josh Cortez down the right sideline on a broken coverage on cornerback Oscar Zavala. He lost him, you know, and he tried to find his way back, and he couldn't get there in time. Wonderful, wonderful throw there by Jordan Morales.
4 total touchdowns tonight for Hanks. The first one, unsuccessful on their 2-point conversion. The second one, successful for 2. The last touchdown, a successful extra point. And the senior kicker makes it 2 for 2. Last year, Ricardo Bujanda, perfect on his extra points, keeping up that statistic tonight. It's 28-0. The Hanks Knights lead over the Montwood Rams. We'll take a quick game break over the kickoff as we want to thank one of our partners, that is New and Used Ford Vehicles for Sale in Lordsburg, New Mexico, who provide a range of commercial models for New Mexico businesses, and their team is eager to help you find the right Ford for your needs. Visit them in Lordsburg, New Mexico today to see why they are a leading Ford dealer near Santa Clara. You can go to smithfordlordsburg.com. Again, that is smithfordlordsburg.com for any of your Ford vehicle needs. 28-0. Hanks, one word, domination.
Indeed. I mean, looking at this, I mean, they have total control over the whole field, offense and defense. I mean, Jordan Morales on the offense throwing perfect balls. And on the defensive side, we got Ryan Cardenas just making himself known all over the field. I mean, we are really seeing an elite display of football today on Thursday night.
This is a squad who last season put up 24 passing touchdowns. And when it came to rushing touchdowns, another 24. Meanwhile, for the Montwood Rams, a powerful offense, putting up over 3,400 passing yards. That was over 2,000 of the national average, but the Montwood Ram defense was a very different story. 0 interceptions last year. The Rams only winning 1 game. That was their last of the season. The Hanks Knights finishing off last year with a winning record of 5-3 in district, good enough for 4th and a playoff appearance. Now it is Emerald City that is struggling to shine brightly as their kickoff returner goes a little bit past the 20, put them at the 21-yard line in their own territory.
I mean, they just got to find something here to work for them. You know, it's 28-0. You know, coaches got to start taking some shots down the field, and they really got to open up that playbook.
Hanks making the most of their non-district opponents. With UIL realignment happening in this offseason, Hanks now joins a district with El Dorado and Bel Air, alongside Parkland and Americas, a district that has been notoriously competitive. Last year, it was the El Dorado Aztecs claiming the district championship. Americans slotted in at second. El Dorado, the consecutive 5A D1 district champions. As the rush for the Montwood Rams handed off to Gene Palmer will result in a loss of yardage as a flag is thrown late. A little scuffle near the end of the play.
I mean, you can totally see the frustration from the Montwood offensive team right now. Nothing's getting done, and trust me, it's pretty frustrating to happen, you know, but they have to keep that composure and, you know, continue to play, you know.
And it's still a very early game. 10 minutes and 7 seconds remain in the second quarter. Hanks leading 28-0. Montwood in the huddle. Despite the large lead, head coach Scott Belize still holding on tightly to his Knights. Isaac Galvan, you had coaching experience with him in the past.
Absolutely. I mean, Coach Scott Belize knows how to demand what he really needs to get done, you know. So he's going to use everything in his power to make sure that his team is successful and making sure that they know exactly what their jobs are supposed to be. And, you know, also keeping the coaches in the game to make sure that nothing really falls out of place.
The flag will go on the Rams. A personal foul against Emerald City. Results in a second down and very long. Head coach Scott Valise for the Hanks Knights is the founder of the Valise Passing Academy, focused on quarterback and wide receiver training. So far, it is shown through his Hanks Knights. The Montwood Rams coming off after committing a penalty will have to start deep into their own territory. That'll make it deeper. A harsh hit delivered by the Kingdom on junior varsity starting quarterback Davion Hurrell.
I mean, just look at the breakdown of this defense. They're sending corner blitzes. I mean, you're seeing people that probably don't even blitz that much come into play at this point. You know, Coach Scott Valise definitely wants to see what his defense can do, and trust me, he is putting it out on the field right now.
The Rams are inside their own 5. A snap that is let loose and fumbled on the play. It's recovered by the Rams, but nonetheless, this is a drive that started a little past the 20, and it's going to end inside of their own 5.
I mean, you can totally see the frustration, and the mistakes are starting to build up now. You know, so coaches definitely have to start talking to these players and trying to make some adjustments to make sure that these stop happening. So I'm pretty sure they'll get it figured out eventually.
And now, 9 minutes still remain in the second quarter. From a player perspective, despite Hanks' large lead of 28-0, how do you put that to the side as Montwood gets ready to punt?
In reality, is kind of like the coaches always said in the locker room, it's always going to be 0-0 until that final minute stops.
It's a high punt. It takes a favorable bounce for Emerald City. That bounce is short-lived. Goes forward near the 30-yard line as Hanks will start inside of Montwood territory as a flag is thrown. Tonight ridden by flags on the turf.
I think he's going to keep his starting offense out there, even though we have a 28-0 lead right here.
We wait for the call. Hanks goes from a favorable position to even deeper into Ram territory. The penalty marker goes against Montwood as Hanks will have a first down and 10 from Montwood's 17-yard line. 3 receivers out to the right. Morales in shotgun formation. Whistle blown, ball is in play. Dusher sent out in motion, leaving Morales alone. Morales looks, Dusher's direction, it's another touchdown. The senior combination is on fire tonight. The Kingdom throws out the confetti for another 6 points.
I mean, this duo is going to be doing this all night. There is absolutely nothing right now that can stop them. They are on a roll, and I mean that literally. They are rolling over this defense. There is absolutely nothing that Coach Scott Valise hasn't taught them that they aren't putting into practice.
Don't blink because you might miss something. In the case of the previous drive, it was one play, one pass, 6 points, 34-0. A lead held on to by the Hanks Knights. As the extra point splits the uprights. 35-0. Kicker Ricardo Bucanda, 3 for 3 on extra points tonight. Domination at the Kingdom.
I mean, just total composure by this Hanks team. Offense is taking the role, and defense is also taking that role. You know, Coach Scott Valise isn't letting anything off. He wants to make sure that his name and the team's name is heard throughout this 915 city.
With 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go, it's the Hanks Knights who lead 35-0 on the season debut of Texas high school football, live on the El Paso Sports Network. In the scope of El Paso, Texas high school football, especially compared to the game we have to call tomorrow, the Battle of the Claw, both of these high schools relatively recent in history for the 915. Hanks opening 48 years ago in the fall of 1978, the Montwood Rams 37 years ago. In 1989, it would open to students in the fall of 1990. As Hanks gets ready to kick off, leading 35-0, Emerald City trying to create a spark. Gets past the 30, ruled down at the 31-yard line is kick returner Julian Gonzalez. First down and 10 for Davion Hurel. A very intriguing orientation to varsity football.
Absolutely. I mean, he just needs to find that composure. You know, I think he's still in that mindset that he's new to this, but in reality, he is the one that they chose to step up on this field and make the complete passes and lead this offense to a victory.
When you were in his position, how long did it take you to get over the hump, mentally speaking?
In reality, you never fully get over it, but in reality, you learn to get comfortable with that mentality. You know, you just realize that you're the man that they chose and you're the man that they trust to lead this team to a winning season and a playoff berth. So for him, he just needs to get into that mindset of this is my job and this is what I must do.
Takes the snap rather hesitantly. Now rolling out, throws it incomplete to his intended receiver, Sebastian Cervantes. What's important to note is that despite it technically being a school night, this stadium of Excalibur Stadium is filled to the brim. Not only the visitor side, but also the home side. Playing in this atmosphere for your first varsity football game, how difficult is that?
It is extremely difficult. You know, you have an atmosphere that has always been loud and always been consistent with that loudness. So he has to learn to get over that hump.
Hands it up the gut to Gene Palmer. And Palmer has got 9 yards before being taken down to make it third and very short.
Wonderful run by Gene Palmer, finding that A gap, you know, trying to find his yardage there on the field.
Third down and 2. 2 receivers out to the right in shotgun formation. 2 on the left. Getting the signal from the bench and adjusting. Palmer moves to the left. Takes the snap. Hands it up the gut to Palmer once again. Palmer is caressed by the neck as Montwood jumps on top of the pile to try and push Palmer further ahead. Nonetheless, it's a first down for the Rams.
I mean, wonderful design right there. You can see that the line executed what they needed to do on that specific play just to get that Rams first down.
Montwood finding their stride in terms of the running game. 2 in the back for Hurel. Drops back, looks. That pass is messed with, however, gets it out to the flat to his intended receiver. Goes for around 2-3 yards. That pass completed to Jaden Itolarde, the junior wide receiver standing at 5'5".
I mean, just look at the play right there by the Hanks defense. I mean, getting to the quarterback as fast as they have been, it's very pressured, you know, for Hurel. You know, he's trying to find his way, but this defense is just not allowing him to get that footing.
Montwood down at the 49-yard line. That'll change. Gene Palmer pushes the chains for what looks to be a first down. Final ruling? It is.
Seems like this Gene Palmer kid just coming in and stepping up. He has to take something on his back, and he's doing this really well. And I'm pretty sure coach is just going to continue feeding him all night long.
He's no stranger to varsity. His 4th year on this squad. As a freshman, didn't have many appearances, but as a sophomore, played 10 games. He had his season best last year. A flag is on the play. Another one is thrown as the pass Hurel makes goes deep downfield to the right and is intended to his wide receiver, Miguel Esqueda. So 2 flags on the opposing side to the field.
I mean, this is not what you want. I mean, you totally want to get that defense back there, but not that fast. You know, you want them to get there right as soon as that ball is snapped and get to that quarterback. And, of course, you're going to have some mistakes with those DBs. Really tough position out there.
Montwood moves up as the referees will come and have a discussion.
This is another progressive drive right here. I mean, you can see it happen late in the first quarter and now late in the second quarter as well. I mean, this is what they have to do consistently to come back in this game. Coaches have to consistently talk to their players when they're on and off the field, making sure that they know exactly what the executed plan is supposed to be. But I'm pretty sure Coach Gavalis is definitely going to try to rebuttal that.
Meanwhile, a timeout taken by the Montwood Rams. They're down to only one in this first half, down 35-0. The score might say one thing, but for the Montwood Ram offense, positives are this. You've been pushing the ball downfield ever so slightly by including Gene Palmer into the game plan more. Now, having a first down and 10 inside of Hank's territory. The problem is that Montwood hasn't been able to convert. How do they change that in this position?
I mean, Horel is just going to have to step up on this one. You know, coaches are going to have to give out some plays that maybe they haven't called just yet, right? But Horel is definitely in the position right now to take that opportunity.
At the 35-yard line, screen pass, bobbled and incomplete. The intended target of Miguel Esqueda goes for naught. Esqueda standing at 6 foot, 160 pounds.
I mean, you can totally see right there. Esqueda was ready to take off with that ball. He was already looking upfield before he even caught it. Sometimes you got to secure that ball first and then look upfield.
Second down and 10 for Montwood. Shotgun formation. Hurrell takes it, hands it up the gut, wide open lane, nothing but green for Emerald City as it's Nicolas Aranda getting Montwood's first 6 of the season. Touchdown, Rams!
I mean, just look at the defense break down on that one. I mean, you can see the safeties coming in on that blitz, and the offense picked up on that almost instantaneously. Coaches called a great running play right there, and it's in for 6.
35-6. Montwood won't go quiet, getting their first TD of the season in the second quarter as it's Angel Aceto, the senior kicker, coming up for the extra points. Last year he was 5 for 7. This year he starts 1 for 1. 35-7 at the midway point of the second quarter of the season opener of Thursday Night Football on the El Paso Sports Network.
And this is just what Montwood needed. They just needed this scoring touchdown. I mean, sometimes that's all it takes is one score, and trust me, all the gears are now rolling, you know. But let's see how Coach Scott Veliz responds to this score from the Montwood Rams.
The color scheme on the field and what Hanks is wearing is very reminiscent of one of our partners, that is Audi El Paso. When you have Audi El Paso in your corner, you can consider all of your car needs to be taken care of. Whether you're switching up your ride or your car needs upkeep, all of our centers are under one roof in El Paso. Get to know what services they offer as a premier Audi dealer in El Paso. They are online 24/7 at AudiElPaso.com. A little over 6 minutes to play. 35-7. Junior rusher Nicolas Aranda pushing in Emerald City's first touchdown of the year. The kick is off, however, whistles blow it dead.
Probably have some miscommunications from the refs down there. Not ready, probably. It's okay, though. Happens every now and then.
And it's time to redo the kickoff. We talk about the elements of Texas high school football, the players, the band, the fans, the parents who come out and watch or are willing to make 8 to 10 hour drives for playoff games or for non-district games. But for the referees, it's the most full-time, part-time job that you can have. Because despite playing at the high school level, the expectation is that they referee the game like an NFL game. All of these elements combine to make a football culture unlike any other in Texas.
Absolutely. I mean, without the refs, we wouldn't be having this game here. I mean, they call the game as efficient as they can, and I'm pretty sure they try to call it as fair as they can. So we got to give all kudos to those guys. Those guys deserve most of our respect.
The kick is off by the Montwood Rams. Aceto sends it far. Takes it to the 30. Now striding past close to the 40 as they'll be stuffed a little short of the 40-yard line. Nonetheless, Hanks in prime territory to start off another drive. First down and 10. Just past the 35 at the 37. 5 consecutive touchdowns for Hanks, looking to make it 6, as its senior quarterback Jordan Morales going back to the field. Last year, this squad earned a playoff appearance that ended in the by-district championship against Spalo Duro. Hands it off to Dusher. Dusher is going past the 50 before he's finally bumped past that yard line, but not before gaining a first down and 5 yards extra. Being pushed out of bounds at the 45 inside Montwood Ram territory.
I mean, just wonderful blocking out there by those receivers. You can see them just shut the outside down, and Dusher definitely took advantage of that. You know, using that sideline as his best friend and allowed them to get a first down.
First and 10. Alone in the pocket is Morales. Takes the snap. Looking for options with time. Morales throws, completes it to Alex Robles. Alex Robles breaks the tackle initially, but he can't get farther than that. Stumbling at the 30-yard line, they'll mark him down at Montwood's 29.
I mean, you could just see Alex Robles picking on this corner right here. He sees that his back is turned to him. He just decides to sit right in that blind spot. And Morales also saw that, throwing it downfield, making a complete pass, and moving those yardsticks.
First down and 10 for Hanks. Shotgun formation. Hands it off to Dusher. Dusher moving to the edge on the left side of the field. He'll get around 2 yards before being taken down.
Yeah, Montwood was ready for that one. You know, they were allowing quite a bit of bounce outs on these offensive drives, but they kind of saw that one coming and they stopped it.
1,621 yards for the then junior running back, coming off his best career season last year, looking to build off of it and push Hanks back into the playoffs. Second down and long. Fakes it. Morales will take it himself. Going to the outside of the field, down to the left. He'll get past the 25-yard line, gets taken down at the 24 for a third and manageable.
And you can just see the defensive end crack down on that one. He was reading him. You can totally tell that when he saw that, he was immediately going to pull it. And he got some good yardage on it. Little scary to always take off. And always a little bit of a heart stopper for those coaches once they see their quarterback take off into the open field like that.
Third down and 5. As a timeout will be taken. Montwood calls their final timeout of the first half. They're down to none. They'll regroup on a 3rd and 5 where Hanks is continuing to pressure. This offense relentless through almost 2 complete quarters.
Absolutely, and I'm pretty sure Coach Scott Veliz is going to continue doing this along with Jordan Morales. It's going to be very consistent and very, very, very aggressive gameplay from this Hanks offense.
4 minutes, 9 seconds remain on the clock. Before the game started, winds at 17 miles per hour. We were outside when that was occurring. Isaac, you mentioned this is going to affect the quarterbacks. What have been those implications?
Just look at the execution on this. Dusher finding the hole and making a man miss, taking it the yards and getting a touchdown for his team. I mean, just absolute perfection. There is nothing more beautiful than a running back scoring right behind the big men on those plays.
J.M. Hanks High School is built as a castle to bring the home of the Knights into a life of its own. Tonight, the football team has been completing the mission.
Absolutely. There is nothing stopping these guys from continuing to put more points on the board at the moment. You can tell that their confidence and their abilities and the training that they've received are all being put into the play that they are doing right now.
41-7. As senior kicker Ricardo Bujanda looks to make it 42. Already a 40-burger near the end of the second quarter. Beach ball is being thrown in the student section. It's a party at J.M. Hanks High School. Snap comes in. Kick is off. It is short. Flag flies immediately. Extra point was successful. Flags thrown. Montwood brought an early rush.
Looks like they wanted to be Troy Polamalu right there, just trying to get that ball as soon as it was snapped, trying to get that block in, but seems like Buhanda was just ready and just kicked it as quick as he could, getting that extra point.
With a successful extra point, it makes it 42-0. It's an intriguing point that you bring up because 10 years ago, when Michael Bennett, the Seattle Seahawks, creates the trend of jumping over the lineman to try to block the extra points in the NFL, one season later, that move would be banned.
Absolutely. I mean, you could see how impactful it really was. I mean, him actually being able to stop the kick was on a whole nother level. You know, being able to stop a kick that was supposed to be always consistent and always made. Trust me, everybody in their families would want that thing banned.
Head coach Ivan Rangel is a big defensive guy. As you mentioned now as a coach, when it comes to those plays, how do you scheme them out from your experiences and how do you factor in player safety?
I mean, in reality, you just always got to make sure you take into consideration what your players' talents are. You know, you can't just throw them into the mix and expect them to do everything you want. So I'm pretty sure Coach Rangel has to talk with these guys and has to train them to be what they need to be. You know, but I'm pretty sure that these players have received more consultation in order to get to the level where they need to play at.
As you just saw, Hanks' mascot Silver Knight is having a party. Pom-poms, confetti, and beach balls. Now the question is, how many students are going to be late to class tomorrow morning?
Absolutely everybody. I'm pretty sure some of these students won't even show up.
A memorable night. J.M. Hanks High School has 4 student-run publications, a magazine, a newspaper, a national award-winning yearbook, and night vision news. Tonight, all of them showing up and showing out to capture what has been so far a dominant performance from Hanks.
Looks like we had a flag on the play, bringing up Hanks 10 yards above the kick marker.
A very troubling night for Emerald City when it comes to suffering from mistakes. Most of the flags thrown on Montwood tonight. Short kickoff on the way. It'll go to the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, Buhanda was definitely not going to take any chances with that. He's going to just kick that one out of here. Make sure the kickoff team gets absolutely no running ground from there.
Well, we go back to Hanks' first touchdown. And what does head coach Scott Belize decide to do? Go for an onside kick. Now, that got set back because of the offsides on Hanks, but expect the unexpected.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you're gonna see things like this all night. I mean, everyone thought that Dusha was just gonna continue running the whole night, and then the next thing you know, he's getting thrown into the field and gets a touchdown pass off of that. I mean, you're just gonna see everything possible from this Hanks playbook tonight.
Hural alone in the pocket makes the screen pass. However, leading the charge for the Hanks Knights is none other than Ryan Cardenas. The sophomore linebacker makes the stop and pushes the Rams back.
I mean, standing at 6 foot, 190 pounds, trust me, he is making his stature imposing on this offense. I mean, I'm pretty sure Hudel was just looking at this guy hoping that he didn't have to line up against him tonight, but he has to.
Davion Hural attempting to ignite a spark. Hands it off to Palmer, who's coming off a TD of his own. Palmer dragged down past the 30. They'll mark him down at the 31-yard line for a third down and manageable.
Yeah, 6 yards on that pickup. Definitely something that they really need to keep these chains moving. We'll see what Coach Rudhell does with this.
Plenty of time on the play clock for Montwood as the second quarter ticks down. A little under 4 minutes to go. Hand it off to Palmer once again.
Looks like they got a first down on that. Time stops for a little bit. And this is what the coaches want to see out of this offense right here. They just want to see him moving those sticks and getting downfield, trying to get those positives to outweigh those negatives.
Possibly the last drive for the Montwood Rams going into the second quarter before halftime. How pivotal is it?
It's extremely pivotal. I mean, you have to make your stand on this ball, on this drive.
Hurrell brought down, flag thrown immediately. However, for the Hanks Knights, it's Johnny Swartz coming up with the sack.
Wow. I mean, just look at this defense just flying all over the field tonight. There is absolutely nothing in front of them. You know, they're just, as soon as that ball snapped, they're just going.
As their head official is having a word with head coach Scott Veliz from the Hanks Knights. Montwood's moved back. Holding call on the Rams denied. Takes a snap, drops it at first, and the play crumbles inside of the pocket. The Knights were ready, and they make it 3rd down and a mile.
I mean, as much as that wouldn't, you know, be the most positive play in the world, I mean, we just got to look at number 71, Brandon Aguiano, coming up with a pancake on that one. I mean, he's just putting it all out on the field at the moment.
Last year as a squad, Hanks had 10 total sacks. Now claiming their first of the year. And shotgun formation, 2 receivers out on both sides. Inside of the 25-yard line, Rams are at their own 27. As play stops. Timeout on the field. We'll also take one. It's the Hanks Knights with a dominant 42-7 lead. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network.
Ice on the court, 6 on the floor, crowd at the gate, wanting more. Scoreboard goes, hands go high. Tonight we fly, no sleep, just sky. Feel that roll, feel that rise. Wave by wave, we own the night. Tuesday night volleyball. Tuesday night volleyball. Serve it up, we go all in. Tuesday night
As a friendly reminder, 2-minute warnings also apply in high school football. Pass almost intercepted twice. First off of the fingertips of DeMarco Unger, and then second off of the hands of Brandon Sanchez. It brings down 4th down and long. You saw it. We'll talk about it next week on Tuesday Night Volleyball. We head to Horizon as the Scorpions host the Socorro Bulldogs. You can catch that volleyball game and all other volleyball game replays on the El Paso Sports Network by going to epsportsnetwork1.com.
I mean, that's just heartbreaking. You know, you see it right in your hands and it just pops right back out. Man.
Yeah, I know how it's supposed to.
Safe option chosen by head coach Ivan Rangel. That is the punt by the Rams. As they face a 4th down from their own 27. The snap is high. The kick is long. Goes past the 50. Takes a favorable bounce. Flag flies immediately. One near the 40. The other to the edge of the right side of the field. Alex Robles, the returner on the prior play.
Seems like we got multiple flags on the field.
We wait for the official call from our referees tonight. 42-7, under 2 minutes to play. Just to end the first half, the Hanks Knights already off to a dominant start in the 2026 football season.
Let's give it up for the Hanks athletic trainer.
Hanks in the huddle.
They're a team with no lost season.
as the chains get moved a little past the 40.
Parents in attendance today, you are the key to our night success.
The Knights will start at the 42-yard line, leading 42-7. Morales stays on the field. First down and 10.
It says only old school veterans can sit down. Y'all gotta stand up.
Alone in the pocket is Morales. He'll motion Dusher. Hands it off. Dusher will roll his way past the chains, past midfield, and close to the 45-yard line if not already there.
I feel like I've been saying this all night, but look at the blocking right there by Liam Araujo. Just pushing his man downfield and allowing Dusher to just run right behind him just to get enough for that first down.
Trips out to the right. Shotgun formation. Morales takes it with loads of time. Loads up. Flag flies. Has his man deep downfield. Does it again. For now, it's a touchdown completed to Josh Cortez. However, there is a flag right where Morales stands that was thrown on the initial snap. It goes on the Hanks Knights. The touchdown is reversed.
God, I mean, just absolutely heartbreaking for the Hanks Knights right there. Wonderful deep throw right there by Morales just to get taken back by a holding call on the Hanks Knights.
The flags are still waved, but no touchdown to make it a close 50-burger. Instead, the Hanks Knights will have to go back from what was initially the 47-yard line, now back into their own territory. In their own 42.
I mean, right there, Montwood defense just broke down completely. You know, it's always a saying, don't let anybody get behind those safeties. And that's what happened.
This snap gets away from Morales. Morales heaves it up on initial reception. Bobbled, incomplete. Almost intercepted by Joaquin Spencer. Instead, it's caught by the Hanks bench.
Jaden Cano almost making that play as the corner right there. Morales had absolutely nothing on that play. I mean, wild ball snap. It's very smart that he kind of just threw that ball away. You know, you don't want to take any sacks that get you farther away from those first down markers. So smart on that play, but almost reversed to the Montwood Rams.
2,608 passing yards from this squad last season. Morales takes the snap on second down and very long. Gets it to Robles. Robles gets one block. Robles past the 50, making his way past the 40. Robles still alive, still rumbling. Robles has got blocks. Robles has got room. Robles is true royalty. Touchdown, Hanks Knights. Bring out JOOTC. Turn down the lights. It's time for a Silver Night party.
Simple play turned into a huge touchdown. Robles coming in underneath for that screen play, and Morales just dumping it right off, thinking that the defense was just about to get that sack in. Throws it right over him. Robles makes wonderful cuts downfield. And guess who was leading that block on that last part? Andres Gonzalez. Andres Gonzalez leading that block, allowing Robles to get into that touchdown. Wonderful, wonderful execution right there by the Hanks Knights.
Buhanda sets up for the extra point. The snap, the kick is up. The kick is good. 49-7. Under a minute to play and just the first half alone. After that touchdown, what does Alex Robles have to get his O-lineman to say thank you for those blocks?
He has to get him a pizza party and some donuts because those were some wonderful blocks.
Did you ever get your O-lineman a pizza party and some donuts?
Some donuts. Donuts was definitely the way to go on that one.
Under a minute to play, 49-7 in an electric Excalibur Stadium. A capacity of 6,264. The opposition, Montwood. Straight ahead. Hanks the home side in celebration.
I mean, you can just feel the quietness on that away side. There definitely has to be some live live band playing over there just to get the emotion high in the air. You know, you kind of ride on those emotions, and I feel like it's feeding into this Montwood team. You know, you can see all the Hanks being super duper hyped for their team scoring. Montwood also has to keep that same energy.
Hanks' first season in 5A D1. Under a minute to play. A large lead of 49-7. Now that you go into halftime, what adjustments do you make of your head coach, Feliz?
Right here, I mean, you're just going to want to take Montwood Rams off of their whole game right here. He took this timeout to make sure that he can ice Jurel to make sure he wasn't warm enough for this drive. You know, it's super, super small, but trust me, little things like this play a huge factor in how the Montwood offense operates. And Coach Feliz understands that coming as an offensive man himself.
For the ones in Kelly Green, regrouping with head coach Ivan Rangel, entering his 16th season of coaching in El Paso, Texas. Over that time, head coach Rangel has accumulated 4 district championships, 7 by-district championships, and 1 area title. Now he searches for his first with 4 seconds remain in the half. It's 3rd down and long for the Rams. Jurel drops back with time, looks, throws, the screen pass, completes it to his man. However, he can't get past the 40 as he's stuffed inside of the 35. Pass completed to Nicolas Aranda.
And time still runs. He didn't get forward progress on that.
Down to 5, 4, 3. Montwood will not get another play off as it's the end of the second quarter and the first half. One defined by one term, Excalibur. It's 49-7 as you're watching the El Paso Sports Network. As we'll take a quick pause and talk about Elite Meals. Elite Meals LLC is the place to go to find meals that fits your goals, schedule, and budget. Elite Meals LLC is available to make eating good, quality food quick, convenient, and affordable. Especially for all who are busy and hardworking individuals who don't always have the time to prepare a meal. As the players remain on the field on a 4th down,
seems like some miscommunication right there. Everyone thought the play was dead, but seems like he got that forward progress in.
Able to get out of bounds, the clock went down to 0. Second quarter not done yet. Jurel looks, throws to the 50, finds his man, pushing past the 45, now close to the 40.
Running on 5 seconds now. Stops at 7.
It's a first down. The clock stops until the ball is put in play. So Montwood has time to adjust. Clock paused at 7 seconds. Ball needs to be put into play for the clock to run again. A timeout taken by the Hanks Knights. Montwood will also regroup.
I mean, this is favorable position now for the Montwood Rams. I mean, they were just behind the 50, and now they're past that 50 and close to the 40. Hanks Knights, I'm pretty sure, are trying to come up with a scheme to make sure that doesn't happen. Most likely, palms or a cover 3 will be the best option to probably shut down a throw that is deep.
Trying to sneak in a quick touchdown, and as a reminder, it's the Montwood Rams who receive at the start of the second half. Chains are getting set. Time starts ticking again once the ball is put into play. The Rams are at the Knights' 45-yard line. Paused at 7 seconds on a 1st down and 10. Back into play. Clock ticks. Last play of the half. Jurel takes the snap, drops back, rolling around in the pocket. Now he dances. Flag is thrown, completes it to his man, Esqueda. Esqueda doesn't know where to go. The buzzer goes off. Esqueda still alive, but he's pushed, and his feet touch out of bounds. 2 penalty markers are thrown. One where Jurel was evading pressure, and one near the original line of scrimmage. A hectic event near the end of the second quarter.
I mean, even without the flags, wonderful execution right there by the Montwood Rams. Broke down a play a little bit, got his man into the open field, and And as
It's a holding call ruled against the Montwood Rams. That will be declined, meaning that it's the end of the half. One in which the Hanks Knights go into the locker room leading 49-7. As we continue our conversation on Elite Meals, Elite Meals LLC is the place to go to find meals that fits your goals, schedule, and budget. Elite Meals LLC is available to make eating good, quality food quick, convenient, and affordable, especially for all who are busy and hardworking individuals who don't always have the time to prepare a meal. Whether you're watching your macros, looking for healthier options, or simply needing a convenient meal on the go, Elite Meals has you covered. Elite Meals offers friendly meals, food modifications, and discounts to make your meals work for you and your lifestyle. And when you order from Elite Meals, you can expect friendly and exceptional customer service every step of the way. So don't waste your valuable time worrying about what you're going to eat and simply let Elite Meals LLC do the work for you. Affordable, convenient, macro-friendly, made for your lifestyle. And if you need more proof, follow Elite Meals on Instagram at elite_meals_LLC. Elite Meals LLC, making it easier to eat better when life gets busy. It's the Hanks Knights leading 49-7. We take a pause. You're watching Thursday Night Football on the El Paso Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hanks High School is proud to present for your halftime entertainment the back Area A 5A champions, the Silver Knight Marching Band. Leading them on the field is drum majors Caitlin Hernandez, Sofia Ledesma, and Melanie Esqueda.
nice.
I haven't fixed the halftime.
Oh, okay. I was
I brought some candy too.
Yeah?
Audi
Actually, yes.
Yeah, I got you.
Guy, I need to bring
King Arthur's sword has been swung tonight. Excalibur has been exercised by the Hanks Knights throughout the opener of Thursday Night Football on the El Paso Sports Network. It's Hanks leading Montwood 49-7 entering the second half of play. Alongside former Montwood quarterback Isaac Galvan, I'm Sebastian Perez Navarro. We come inside of Excalibur Stadium, which opened in 1995, with the Montwood Rams looking to mount a historic comeback and the Hanks Knights wanting to keep on with their giant advantage. 49-7 is the score as we talk about Smith Ford in Lordsburg, New Mexico. New and used Ford vehicles for sale are in Lordsburg, New Mexico. They provide a range of commercial models for New Mexico businesses, and their team is eager to help you find the right Ford for your needs. Visit them in Lordsburg, New Mexico today to see why they are a leading Ford dealer near Santa Clara. You can go to smithfordlordsburg.com. And for more vehicle needs, there's to say the car is the same color as the Hanks Knight jersey. Red on both sides, and it has been red, which has been the hot color all throughout the night. 49-7. The Hanks Knights leading the Montwood Rams, a 5A team being dominant against one from 6A.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see this. Hanks' offense is just moving methodically down this field. Jordan Morales is playing exceptional tonight, along with Dusher. Dusher is an amazing runner, and he's showing that through his bounces, through his reads, and better yet, his offensive line and receivers all just seem to connect on the same line. They all seem to know who to block, who's where, and what they have to execute to get the play done.
We talked about it before the game. That is, it's been a long time since Montwood faced off Hanks. That wasn't in your tenure, and in fact, it was when I was 5 and you were 6. Because the last time that Montwood and Hanks faced off against each other was on October 27th of 2011. That game occurring at the SAC. It was Montwood who beat the Hanks Knights 52-35. In fact, it was Montwood who was beating Hanks 3 consecutive times when they faced off in 2011, 2010, and 2009. The last time that Hanks earned a victory over the Montwood Rams, you'd have to go back to October 7th of 2005, where Hanks beat the Rams 36-26. Isaac, I still wasn't born when that happened.
I was barely 1. So, trust me, my memory might be a little hazy, but there were some pretty good football games happening at that time.
See, before then you were 1, now you're 21. History repeats itself.
It does indeed. That 1 year marker just seems to be coming back, and I'm pretty sure it's going to happen to me when I'm 40 at this point.
Flag thrown on the play as Montwood will start the second half offensively. Seems as though it'll be against Hanks. Head coach Scott Belize having a word with the head official of the night. The Montwood Rams trying to mount an insurmountable comeback. They've had 1 touchdown so far. That was through the legs of junior running back Nicolas Aranda. Flag indeed goes against the Hanks Knights. Montwood will move up. On unsportsmanlike conduct ruled against Hanks. Montwood starts the drive from the Knights' 35. Davion Hurrell comes back in shotgun formation. Receivers bunched up to the right. He fakes it, will take it himself. Running to the 40, down to the 45. Finally being taken down, but not before reaching the 46 and moving the chains.
I mean, wonderful execution right there by Hurel. Sees that the DN crashed in on that play and decides to pull it. Good for a Montwood first down.
Montwood, a school that was established in 1989, would begin to enroll students in 1990. Hurel hands it up the gut. Brought down rather harshly is Gene Palmer, who gets up at the 49-yard line. 1 yard shy of midfield. 2nd down and 7 to go. One touchdown for the Rams that's come through the ground. A squad who is looking to bounce back after a 1-9 season, one in which Rangel failed to make the playoffs for the first time since he was hired in January of 2023. Hands it up the gut once again. Gets past the 50, down to the 49, inside Knight territory.
I mean, these little plays right here, they're super small positive yardage, but it's positive nonetheless. You know, Montwood needs these plays in order to consistently start making their groundwork work just a little bit more. So I'm pretty sure Rangel is going to continue calling these plays to try and get their offense rolling on a different gear.
3rd down and 5 for Montwood. 2 backs on both sides for Hurel. The junior quarterback hands it up the gut once again, this time to Aranda. Aranda will be shy of the 1st down marker by 2 yards. Make it 4th down and 2. We go back to the Rams' first drive, a 4th down and 2. Unsuccessful in converting. Do they go for it again here? Coach Rangel keeps them on the field. Takes a snap, flag flies immediately. Looking, shoots it deep downfield, but misses his receiver, Miguel Esquera. Just a little too much sauce on the pass from Davion Hurel.
Wonderful play call right there. I mean, whole defense jumped off sides, and Montwood took advantage of that. Just missed him on that throw.
Free play for Montwood. They'll take the extra yardage and restart a new drive. The offsides call moves the chains. In Excalibur Stadium, Montwood at Hanks' 40. Rolling out deep downfield. Throws, can't get it to the hands of his receiver intended for Jalen Ituarde inside of the red zone. Instead, the pass is just a little too much to the right.
I mean, wonderful blocking there from up front. I mean, you can see he had nothing but time. But I wanted to break out that Johnny Schwartz decided to rush and then break off into a coverage. These are just the little intricacies that Coach Release just puts into the defense that allows them to get so much defensive coverage all over the field. I mean, amazing.
Palmer gains 4 yards, another defensive stop for Hanks. Hanks' defense last season, a total of 9 interceptions. A total of 695 tackles, 56 of those for tackles for losses. Hands it up the gut to Palmer once again. Palmer makes strides forward. He looks to be shy of the chains.
Yeah, we look to be at about 4th and inches, but with the play calling that we've been getting from the Montwood Rams, I am more than sure Rangel is going to try to go for this.
It's a 4th down and 1. As we'll take a quick pause in the action. It's the Montwood Rams threatening the Hanks Knights inside of their own territory. A 4th and 1 is upcoming, though. Can the Rams convert? We'll take a quick pause in the action. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network.
Audi Q3, own the moment. Meet the new Audi Q3. Bold design, intelligent technology, confident performance. From the city streets to the open road, the Q3 is engineered to make every drive feel extraordinary. The new Audi Q3, make every moment yours. Visit us in person at 6318 Montana or 24/7 at AudiElPaso.com.
Summer's almost over, but the excitement is just getting started. As we're trying to wrap up our Summer of Audi sales event, I want to personally invite you guys to start looking at the all-new Q7 and the all-new Q9 that are headed down to El Paso right now. All new technology, new experiences, and more importantly, a different way to
4th down, punch it up the gut with Palmer. Palmer breaks one tackle, breaks another. He might not get inside of the 20, down at the 21-yard line. However, his effort is good enough to move them chains.
Absolutely, and this is just what the Montwood Rams needed. I mean, punching it right up the gut, and Palmer just doing everything in his power and rumbling down to get that 1st down and some extra yardage on top of that.
5 total touchdowns from Palmer last season. 2 of those were rushing, 3 of those receiving. This, his 4th season on varsity. Hurel looks, has loads of time, but here comes the rush from the Knights. He's just going to toss it away to his bench. went through his progressions, no one open, second down.
I mean, you can see everything just break down on that play. Wonderful blocking right there by the front lineman, but just nothing downfield for Jurel to throw. He just takes the easy way out and just throws it out of bounds instead of forcing something that was not supposed to happen.
Flag throw near where the defensive line was at. Coach Felice now has a word with our head official of the night, as the Rams face second down and 10. The Montwood Rams trailing 49-7 with 8 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the third quarter. A progressive drive so far as the Hanks coaching staff
Okay, I didn't know that.
continues to speak with our head official.
Damn, there's a bunch of parents yelling over here. Parents yelling down here.
Seems as though Coach Felice is showing some discomfort within the officiating's call.
Already an offsides call on Hanks earlier on.
I can't stand these damn baseball players. Ejected food.
As this time,
What was I watching?
on second down and 10, earlier on, Hanks experienced an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Yeah, number. No. What in the.
Now another defensive penalty will cost Hanks yards and move up Montwood.
What is happening here?
Clock continues. Montwood, the beneficiary of the flag, now inside of the 20. Play comes to a stop as Hanks calls a timeout and regroups.
Unfortunate events unrolling for the Hanks Knights at the moment. Two costly penalties in this one drive.
They just talk.
Montwood still has all 3 timeouts, so they burned them in the first half pretty quickly. This time Hanks, the first team to use one of their 2 timeouts, and it comes with 8 minutes and 18 seconds in the third quarter. Montwood with a first down and 10.
Seems like Coach Felice had
I am, yeah. Go ahead.
We come back to the action on the field. First down for the Montwood Rams. It turns into a second down and manageable.
Get your binoculars, guys. Get your binoculars, guys.
Hanks with a commanding lead. Second down and 4 to go for the Rams.
I saw that. I was like, who's wearing orange over there? It's just their construction.
Palmer to the back of Hurel. The fake out to the flat. Pass is incomplete. Open receiver in the form of Miguel Candelaria, but the senior can't come down with it for a third down.
I mean, all he had to do was just catch the ball, turn around, and touchdown was his. Heartbreaking for the Montwood Rams on this one.
Third down and goal for Montwood, looking for their second touchdown of the night. Shotgun formation, one receiver out to the left. Handed up the gut to Gene Palmer. Palmer is in for the touchdown. Second TD for Montwood tonight. Another rushing score. This time the senior grabs his first of the year. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network.
1, 2, 3, we'll do volleyball.
Lights on the court.
On Friday Night Football, we start off with a historic matchup because the debut of FNF on the El Paso Sports Network is the Battle of the Claw. The Austin Panthers renew their rivalry with the El Paso High School Tigers in the historic R.R. Jones Stadium, the home of the Sun Bowl. And tomorrow, we get to be there to experience history.
It's going to be wonderful. I mean, these are two very competitive teams going at it in the 915, and this rivalry runs quite long. And I will say it's probably the most anticipated game of the 915. Everyone's going to be excited. Everyone's going to show out. And trust me, it's going to be one heck of a ball game.
This is one of those games that to the players, it may matter more than winning a playoff game. El Paso High School is now 110 years old. They're the oldest school in El Paso. The second oldest is Austin. This year, the 96th time that the Battle of the Claw occurs, and it's live tomorrow on the El Paso Sports Network. But first, Hanks is trying to hold off the Montwood Rams from getting points. Special teams unit sent on. After the touchdown from Gene Palmer, in comes the extra point attempt. It is up and it is good. Angel Aceto converts 49-14 the score at Excalibur Stadium. The Montwood Rams chew into the deficit as the Hanks Knights look to respond.
I mean, let's just go back to that last play with Gene Palmer. He just took it right up the middle, and he just found a whole opening and found himself in the touchdown. I mean, wonderful blocks up front by the O-line and wonderful execution by the coaches right there. Just calling consistent plays that were helping them out. Granted, there were some flags on the play that definitely put him in that position, but nonetheless, they got some points on the board, which is what they wanted.
49-14. Montwood gets set to kick off as we take a quick game break. Water emergency? You can call Jimmy Garza Emergency Water Removal as they're ready 24/7, 365 days a year when unexpected water damage strikes. From burst pipes to flooding, count on their team for fast, professional help. You can call them at 915-474-9472. Again, that's 915-474-9472. Angel Aceto, the senior kicker, gets ready to kick it off for the Montwood Rams. A perfect 2 for 2 on extra points so far tonight. Last season, a unique circumstance for Montwood special teams. Between two kickers, their previous one, Jacob Lopez, who has graduated, this special teams unit did not attempt any field goals.
As small as that is, trust me, field goal points are just as crucial as a full-on touchdown. I mean, putting points on the board is the name of the game. You're going to want to put points on that board in order to get that victory. And if you have to get that through field goals, trust me, there's many coaches out there that will do that just for the win.
Flag thrown down on the field. The kick went out of bounds, meaning Hanks
This isn't the sack. I can see actually.
will have good starting position. Will be marked at the 30. That's for the Knights. We'll hop back on offense. 49 points from this Hanks unit. For the first time in the second half, senior quarterback Jordan Morales has possession. Coming off a season where he completed 61% of his passes. Threw for 2,577 yards. That averages to 234.3 yards per game. He hands it up the gut to Dusher, who has been nothing but a stud so far. He continues the pattern, earning a first down.
We have a Hanks first down.
Another injury.
We'll take a quick pause in the action. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network.
He's coming off.
A fresh set of downs for the Hanks Knights on a Thursday night at Excalibur Stadium, with Hanks leading 49-14 over the Montwood Rams at the midway point through the third quarter.
Absolutely. I mean, look at the blocks from center Josh Campos. Dusher found that man and just ran right behind him, trying to create some positive gains. And trust me, it worked. And gaining some more extra yards on top of that, leading the Hanks for a first down.
Carrying on a trend of a successful rushing attack from last season are the Hanks Knights in 351 carries. Hanks put up 2,160 yards. First down and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Morales drops back. He has time, evades one tackle, now puts on the speed and is down past the chains, past the 40, into the opposition's 35-yard line.
I mean, showing composure in the pocket like that only gives you some positive gains from that one. He pumps fakes, leaving the linebacker completely fooled. I mean, you can see him looking up for the ball, and the ball just never went that way. And Jordan Morales took that opportunity to take that upfield.
Has not been scared to use the wheels. Last year, Hanks got over the playoff hump, fourth in their district after the year prior coming in fifth and just ever so missing the playoffs. Hands it to his back. Evades one, can't evade the other. However, Alex Robles is successful in moving the chains. From the 35 to the 25, senior Alex Robles gets it done. We look at this program as a whole. In 2025, the Hanks Knights went to the playoffs, had a by-district appearance. They're coming off 3 straight winning seasons, all of them tenured by head coach Scott Belize. In 2023, the Hanks Knights were in the playoff conversation, but in 2024, just ever so missing it with a 4-4 district record at 5th place. Now, coming off a playoff appearance, 3 straight winning seasons, the Hanks Knights are looking to put it all together in their new district of 5A D1.
Absolutely. I mean, making it work on and off the field is super crucial for this team, and you could just see that they're a caliber.
Morales turning on the Jets. Morales will say goodbye. It's a super duper touchdown. One where the exclamation point is put on by their senior quarterback. Jordan Morales gets it done for 6 more.
Wonderful execution play right there. As I was saying before, I mean, this team is just operating on all fronts. They don't seem to be slowing down one bit, even though the score is 55-14 in the late third quarter. And Jordan Morales is going to continue in doing this, and I'm pretty sure Coach Scott Belize is going to want him to continue to do this throughout the remainder of the season.
A 50-burger put up by Hanks tonight. Ricardo Bujanda, the senior kicker, looks to make it 56-14. Still in the third quarter. The snap, the hold. The kick is up, splits the uprights, and is good. 56-14, Hanks Knights lead as a flag is thrown. Head coach Belize is irate. Flags being thrown all over the place as both teams are quickly separated.
The Hanks Knights 56, the Montwood Rams 14.
Okay, let's agree.
We'll take a quick pause in the action. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network.
Audi Q3, own the moment. Meet the new Audi Q3. Bold design, intelligent technology, confident performance. From the city streets to the open road, the Q3 is engineered to make every drive feel extraordinary. The new Audi Q3, make every moment yours. Visit us in person at 6318 Montana or 24/7 at AudiElPaso.com.
Summer is almost over, but the excitement is just getting started. As we're trying to wrap up our Summer of Audi sales event, I want to personally invite you guys to start looking at the all-new Q7 and the all-new Q9 that are headed down to El Paso right now. All new technology, new experiences, and more importantly, a different way to experience luxury in this great city. So stay tuned. The best is yet to come. This is Audi.
When you have Audi El Paso in your corner, you can consider all of your car needs to be taken care of. Whether you're switching up your ride or your car needs upkeep, all of their centers are under one roof in El Paso. Get to know what services they offer as a premier Audi dealer in El Paso. They're online 24/7 at AudiElPaso.com. Again, that's AudiElPaso.com. A touchdown through the legs of Jordan Morales could say, as quick as an Audi.
Definitely as quick as an Audi. Definitely turning on that gears and just rumbling his way into that touchdown.
56-14 the score. As Hanks gets set to kick it off. Jordan Morales yet another touchdown tonight. Coming off his season where he threw nearly 2,600 passing yards. Good enough for second in district. 19 total touchdowns and rushed for 12 touchdowns. Over the summer, he received his first collegiate offer from Western New Mexico University. Jordan Morales, 175 pounds, standing at 5'11", has gotten it done for Hanks tonight. The kick is underway. Montwood will start a new drive. A large deficit in a non-district game. Is this where you have the space to try different things if you're Montwood?
Absolutely. I mean, you're going to start putting in people that probably wouldn't have seen the field that much, but now because of this, they want to get as many opportunities as they can for them, and maybe they can find another player who can execute just as much as the first stringer guy can make and execute those plays. So I'm more than sure Coach Rangel is going to start trying and opening up that playbook just a tad bit more to see what this offense can do.
Rangel, when coming into Montwood, he broke a 2-year playoff drought. Last year, a rare miss. Fakes it, looks, that ball is alive, now blown dead. The pass broken up by Ryan Cardenas, senior defensive player for Hanks.
I mean, this kid is just everywhere on the field. I mean, he's almost getting interceptions. He's swatting down balls. He's making the tackles in the backfield. I mean, this kid looks like he studied some football throughout the whole week. Wonderful display of a defense right there.
Now the question is, are you being productive when you play Madden or college football?
Absolutely being productive. I mean, you're showing all the technical skills in those thumbs and fingers.
The pass is caught to Angel Acero, a kick returner, a kicker, and a wide receiver as well tonight.
I mean, some players are just so versatile. Coach just has them all over the field, spreading them all out, showing the love to all these positions.
It's 3rd down and 1. Hero doesn't get the snap. However, picking it up is Aranda. Aranda will not get past the chains. Instead, he's going to be stuffed right at the line of scrimmage for a 4th down and short.
Quick thinking there by Aranda himself. I mean, ball was definitely missnapped. Some miscommunication between the quarterback and the center himself, but Aranda was ready for that. Picked up the ball and tried to do everything he could to get that first.
As the clock continues, 4th down and 1 for Montwood. From their own 34-yard line. Need to get to the 35. Play clock is at 12, ticks down to 10. Hurrell gets the snap. Fakes the handoff, will run it himself. Hurrell past the 40, makes a move. Another juke, past the 50 to the 45. Hurrell's got himself a 1st down.
I mean, that's just smart running right there. He is not going to take a hit from that defensive player right there. I mean, he just wants to make sure he gets those extra yardage and stays healthy with all in that same play.
From Emerald City, Hurrell shines bright after the run. First down and 10, inside Hank's territory. Drops back, he'll just slide down and lose the yards. Montwood is now down at the 50-yard line at midfield for a 2nd down and 15. Hurrell going back to his sideline. Play clock currently at 22 yards. A timeout taken by the Rams. They take a timeout, and so will we on Thursday Night Football. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network.
Lights on the court, six on the floor, crowd at the gate, wanting more. Scoreboard goes, hands go high. Tonight we fly, no sleep, just sky. Feel that roll, feel that rise. Wave by wave, we own the night. Tuesday night volleyball. Tuesday night volleyball. Serve it up, we go all in. Tuesday night Neck gets shook, spike hits hard, bench goes wild from the yard. 6 on 6, no backing down. Every set runs this town. Feel that roll, feel that rise. Wave by wave.
Second down and 16, faced by the Montwood Rams. Handed up the gut to Gene Palmer. Palmer breaks free. Palmer goes all the way. Touchdown, Montwood Rams. No dirty laundry on the field. Montwood cuts the deficit thanks to the legs of senior Gene Palmer.
I mean, just phenomenal run right there by Gene Palmer. Just showing what that speed does in the open field. I mean, he just turned on the Jets after that 30-yard mark, and he was gone. No one was catching him after that. Wonderful run, wonderful execution right there.
And in to kick the extra point comes the do-it-all, Angel Aceto, the senior kicker. Perfect so far. An explosive run by Palmer nets in touchdown number 2 of his senior season.
Penalties, the celebrations.
The snap bobbled, having to grab it from the turf and slugged down. Ryan Cardenas making the stop, not allowing Aiden McClellan from Montwood to take advantage. 56-20 we stand after an explosive run from Gene Palmer. The action doesn't end after Thursday and Friday, because next week on Tuesday Night Volleyball, the El Paso Sports Network heads to Horizon as the Scorpions host the Socorro Bulldogs. You can catch that game live at 6:30 p.m. right here on the El Paso Sports Network by going to epsportsnetwork1.com. Catch every upcoming volleyball game and every volleyball game on demand at the El Paso Sports Network. Montwood gets set to kick it off after an explosive touchdown from Gene Palmer. A school that opened in the fall of 1990. It was in 1997 when Montwood was recognized as a National Blue Ribbon School. That very recognition is where the motto, "Where excellence abounds," was born from. Isaac, that motto surrounded you throughout your 4 years of high school.
Definitely did.
The kick return is past the 25, close to the 30. On the return was Zion Jones, the sophomore, standing at 6'1", 180 pounds. Hanks will start off from their own 26-yard line. An institution named after former Isleta Independent School District Superintendent Jesse Mack Hanks. Hanks was awarded an honorary Doctor of Laws from NMSU for his service to the district. YSD named Hanks High School after him. Hanks was also a superintendent emeritus, which essentially means a forever superintendent.
2 hours and 40 minutes exactly.
Starting from the 26-yard line is Hanks, and shotgun formation is Morales. Handed up the gut to Dusher. Dusher, a stiff arm, continuing past the 40, breaks free, past midfield. Dusher was going to go to the 30 and finally taken down, but not before crossing into the 20-yard line.
Another great run by Dusher. I mean, he just keeps finding those pathways, and he just continues to make the plays. I will say, though, great track down there by number 0, Andy Quintana. I mean, wonderful leg speed on that one. definitely saved him from another touchdown.
It's a first down and 10. Dusher couldn't punch it in, taken down right at the 20-yard line. Hanks inside of red zone territory. From 2006 to 2011, Montwood High School was on a 6-game winning streak against Hanks High School. Tonight, Hanks looks to break it. Morales turns on the Jets again, slides down, takes a bump once he went to the turf. Flag flies. And Hanks showers with claps.
Yeah, seems to be a late hit on the defense right there.
Substitution for Montwood. Out goes Joel Baca. In comes Julian Brown.
I mean, this is what we were talking about earlier. Just making those small substitutions, see what those players can do, and hoping they execute to the level that the coaches want them to be.
Multiple touchdowns for Morales tonight, a star-studded season opener. His last season as Hanks' varsity starting quarterback. How special is this season to him?
I mean, it's his whole world at this moment. This is his first game right here of his whole career in high school. So to him, this is more meaningful than absolutely anything else in the world at the moment. Playing on a Thursday night, under the lights, in front of a crowd, in the 915, in Texas football. There is nothing like it.
Ball is spotted at the 7-yard line. Play clock at 9 seconds. Alone in the pocket is Morales. A man in motion. Handed off on the jet sweep. It's easy peasy. The hop, skip, and a jump, and a touchdown from Zion Jones. The Hanks Knights extend their lead with 6 more points. Make it a 60-burger.
I mean, absolute phenomenal blocking. Araujo on the blocks. Gonzalez on the blocks. And that whole front line in the trenches just getting their hands dirty. Right? They just continue to push this Montwood defense back and showing no stop to the progress that they're making tonight.
That progress, however, might be going back. A flag is down at the 7-yard line at the initial line of scrimmage. Still waiting the official call, as the ruling seems to be against Hanks High School. A probable holding call based on the spot of the foul.
Okay, were you asking if it's like super loud or not loud enough?
So an explosive touchdown might be brought back.
Definitely huge break for this Montwood defense right now.
Isaac's looks to be louder. No, it's request. He just talks quieter.
If it holds, the score 62-20.
Yeah. They brought it back.
We'll get the call.
Get the call. What are you doing?
It's a touchdown for Hanks. The score stands. So we remain 62-20 with under 2 minutes to go in the third.
Or even if it wasn't holding, they would just still. Well, not on the offense, but if it was defense. Oh, really?
A change in kickers for Hanks. In comes senior kicker Jorge Meras, his first year on varsity, at 6 foot 145 pounds. On to take the extra point. Snap is high, the kick is up. Splits the uprights and is good. 63-20. The Hanks Knights, a dominant Royal lead, and the third quarter under 2 minutes to play. You're watching Thursday Night Football on the El Paso Sports Network as we take a pause in the action. We welcome you back to the El Paso Sports Network. The kick is high. It is up, up, and away. After a touchdown from the Hanks Knights extends their advantage 63-20. Montwood bringing it back, trying to make jukes and evasions is none other than Angel Acero. He does so, but gets up to the 35-yard line.
It's just, it's yeah, it's his own. Okay.
First down and 10 for the Montwood Rams. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
He's had a good connection. I asked earlier if they could.
Coming off a drive that experienced a Gene Palmer touchdown. Now hoping to capitalize.
I raised his other asterisks just a tad. Trying to make it even. Go ahead. Do the first one.
First down and 10. That snap is fumbled. Elijah Pierce brought in at quarterback at 6'1", 150 pounds, making his varsity debut.
Okay.
It's okay. You don't have to right now.
From first down and 10 to second down and long. Shotgun formation for Pierce. Takes the snap. Fakes it. Will run it himself. Almost evades one Hank Knight. However, can't get the job done. The rush too powerful. Brought on by Christian Barrios, the senior linebacker standing at 6 foot 200 pounds. Brings down quarterback Junior Pierce.
I mean, wonderful stop right there by Barrios. I mean, just taking whole advantage of the vacated area, and he just imposed himself on the quarterback. There was nothing that the quarterback could have done on that play.
Third down and long. Montwood at their own 27-yard line, a man in motion. That's Aranda, already a touchdown tonight for the junior running back, 2 for senior Palmer. Pierce takes the snap. Pocket crumbling, throws deep downfield, finds his man, catches, bobbled at first, now it's fumbled on the ground, however able to jump back on top of it as Miguel Candelaria, that senior wide receiver, was ready.
What's the time?
It'll move the chains for the Montwood Rams.
We have a flag on the field.
Oh man. That flag thrown at the initial line of scrimmage. Maybe a possible holding call from the Montwood Rams based on the likelihood of where those flags are thrown in that position. It goes against Montwood. So erase the big play. Montwood starts from 0 again.
I mean, just unfortunate. Pierce found Candelaria downfield on a post. Broken coverage right there on the defensive side. And it all just came back with one simple flag. And these are things that they have to make up for. So we'll see how Coach Rodangel and this offensive team responds to that.
A possible play that could have contributed to momentum instead results in a fourth down and even longer. Montwood previously at their own 27-yard line. Now they're backtracked to their own 22. Third down. Man in motion. Pierce takes a snap, looks right, throws in that direction to his same wide receiver. This pass will not be going back, completed to Candelaria. Brings up fourth down and long, this time from Montwood's own 30-yard line.
Small execution right there by Pierce. I mean, finding Candelaria on the sideline. Great for a good couple of yards on that play. We'll see what they do now.
On fourth down, Coach Ivan Rangel will elect to bring on the special teams unit. 26 seconds remain in the third quarter. On a fourth down and long for the Montwood Rams. Down by 43 points. As a timeout is taken by the Hanks Knights. Hanks calls a timeout, so will we. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network.
Audi Q3, own the moment. Meet the new Audi Q3. Bold design, intelligent technology, confident performance. From the city streets to the open road, the Q3 is engineered to make every drive feel extraordinary. The new Audi Q3, make every moment yours. Visit us in person at 6318 Montana or 24/7 at AudiElPaso.com.
Summer is almost over, but the excitement is just getting started. As we're trying to wrap up our Summer of Audi sales event, I want to personally invite you guys to start looking at the all-new Q7 and the all-new Q9 that are headed down to El Paso right now. All new technology, new experiences, and more.
Fourth down and long after a timeout was called. The punt is on the way. Takes a bounce into the hands of Liam Araujo. Fielded near the 25-yard line as Hanks will come on offensively at their own 29-yard line.
Adam Rubio for Andrew Griffin.
First down and 10, a new set of downs and a new drive for the Hanks Knights. As the third quarter ticks down, 2 seconds left on the clock. This, the last play of the third.
I know. Oh my god. Dude, they have some badass air conditioning in there.
Zion Jones, the sophomore,
I swear, they open the door and it's like cold.
will be in shotgun formation.
I know, but you assholes, come on.
The sophomore, standing at 6'1", 180 pounds, comes in to alleviate Jordan Morales.
I don't know what the hell.
Jones gets his varsity debut. His first play will be a rush. As the third quarter comes to an end, Jones still on his feet, and he's got the stuff. Moves the chains as it brings an end to the third quarter of play. It's the Hanks Knights leading 63, Montwood 20. You're watching Thursday Night Football.
Next high school would like to extend its appreciation to men and women of ISD Security Department and the El Paso Police Department for their
Hanks with a dominant lead thus far, deciding to bring out Jordan Morales and bring in the sophomore quarterback, Zion Jones. How valuable is this experience for Jones?
I mean, this is something that every little kid dreams of, playing at the varsity level. I mean, Jones right now is a sophomore learning under Morales and under Coach Veliz. That is super crucial for him and his upbringing and how he continues to execute within this offense. Being able to execute and being able to move the ball is something that every coach wants out of a quarterback. And if Jones is able to do that, I believe Coach Veliz has found his next quarterback.
Morales' senior season came up with Alex Robles and Austin Duscher. All of those three players part of the varsity squad since they were sophomores. As a program, Hanks has clinched 14 playoff appearances, and their former wide receiver, Mikel Blanco, holds the all-time El Paso career receiving yards record at 4,449, a record that was broken back in 2019. The last time this program won a playoff game, you'd go back to 2019, where they beat the Austin Panthers. The rush goes for naught. No gain, no loss. Makes it second down and 10.
I mean, right there, just a simple handoff, stretch left. You can see that number 40, Isaiah Leyva, decided to take that one, trying to cut back inside, but meeting number 55 from the defense, Diego Jarros.
The Hanks Knights moving up to 5A D1 with UIL realignment this season. As for the Montwood Rams, when they opened, they were known as a 5A school. But once the 6A classification gets introduced to the UIL, that's when they bump up to Class 6A. Only one division needed in El Paso, though in the greater conversation of Texas high school football, there's been various discourse about the possible implementation of a 7A as the rush goes near the end of the chains, handed up the gut to Azeka Leyva, the senior running back standing at 5'9".
I mean, yeah, absolutely. As you were talking about that possible 7A, I mean, there's just a lot of complications with that because of the schools. We have a variety of schools here.
We'll take a quick pause in the action. You're watching Thursday Night Football on the El Paso Sports Network. We return to the action down at Excalibur Stadium. Excalibur wielded by the Hanks Knights thus far. The mighty sword of King Arthur. Known in legends such as the Sword in the Stone or the Lady of the Lake. So far, Hanks has tapped into that mythology and exerted a powerful exhibition over a 6A foe. Zion Jones brought in to relieve Jordan Morales. Jones takes it up the gut. Jones has got green gas and 2 Rams ahead of him. Jukes one out, can't juke the other out. However, it's a movement of the chains. Isaac Galvan, as you were saying about the possibility of a 7A in UIL football, or at least the surrounding discourse about it.
Absolutely. I mean, 7A would be a wonderful opportunity for the teams challenging bigger opponents, but at the same time, the amount of schools we have here allows for some sort of discourse to not allow them to get into that 7A. We have so many in 6A, 5A, and 4A alike. We need more schools.
First down and 10. The fake Jones will take it himself again. Why fix what isn't broke? Brought down rather harshly, however, it makes it second down and medium. When thinking about the greater scope of Texas high school football, a trend, especially down in Central Texas, is that many high schools are beginning to average around the 4,000 to 7,000 student enrollment rates. You think about Allen with 6.9 thousand students, or you think about Monroe with 5.3 thousand students. It's those facts that are surrounding the conversation facilitated over a 7A.
Absolutely. I mean, the more kids you have, the more opportunity there is to involve themselves and invest themselves into a bigger picture, such as 7A.
Hanks might be the older school, but Montwood has more playoff appearances with 22 total. Holding a 6-game win streak over the Hanks Knights. But the Knights look to break it tonight. Hand it up the gut. Nice and easy run. Won't push the chains forward, but will make it a 3rd down and 1. Pushing forward is Azeka Leva, the senior running back. As you mentioned beforehand, Isaac, an opportunity for players who don't get much playing time to put in their reps at this moment.
Absolutely. I mean, coaches are just going to want to put in everybody they can to make sure that they know what the upcoming season is going to look like and what they may need to practice on when it comes to those practice days. And also, it gives the coach an understanding of how their players are feeling in this exact moment, being able to execute on the field and off of it during the practice. Doing this right now is super crucial for their development and their play action later in the future.
3rd down and short. Zion Jones looking to keep the frat party alive. That's the theme of the student section tonight. Snap is low. Hands it off. Once again, ball is fumbled down on the ground, recovered by the Montwood Rams.
I mean, super unfortunate. Excalibur just wanted to get up into that secondary and just got stumped. You know, he lost that ball and it ended up being a turnover.
7 minutes, 59 seconds to play. A turnover. Hanks' first of today. We go back to last season. This is a Hanks offense that only had 2 fumbles when gaining 2160 yards last year. So not a turnover-heavy team, but an error committed there.
Absolutely, and I'm pretty sure Coach Release is definitely going to touch some points on that minor error. But this is why he does it. This is why he brings in those backups to try and see where they need some work on. And I'm pretty sure that kid is definitely never going to fumble the ball again.
You had a camp with Coach Feliz. How many push-ups is that?
That is at least 100. Ball should always be secured.
Going really, really low or just slightly low?
No, going all the way to the bottom and back up.
Second down and manageable for the Montwood Rams. This squad putting up 4,653 yards of total offense last season. One of the best in Texas. That's largely attested to the connection from quarterback Damian Briano to wide receiver Adrian Cortinas. Now, both of those studs have graduated. Despite those high offensive numbers, though, the Rams unable to capitalize, losing in shootouts or in close games, only winning one game. That was their last against Socorro in Week 11, 56-49. Urel takes the snap, will hold it himself, goes down, and brought down inside of the pocket.
I mean, you could just see in this one little play, I mean, the defense just keeps on coming. They keep crashing that pocket, and Urel just has nowhere to run. We see Frez get into that, and he ends up making the sack.
We'll take a quick pause in the action in the fourth quarter.
Chapin Franklin tomorrow.
It's the Hanks Knights leading against the Montwood Rams tomorrow. Another star-studded matchup on Friday Night Football in the El Paso Sports Network. The Chapin Huskies against the Franklin Cougars. Coach Tony Grijalva will have the call with his former team that he once coached. Coach Tony Grijalva, a member of the El Paso Athletic Hall of Fame. You'll get to hear him tomorrow on the El Paso Sports Network. This season a special one for EP Sportsnet. We're going all around El Paso, broadcasting from very different venues. Over 30 teams will be broadcasted in this season alone. Hanks making their network debut tonight. As a player, how valuable is the experience, Isaac? Because you went through this back when I was in high school and when you were in high school, getting to be broadcasted with your talent being shared to the greater community of the 915.
I mean, it's absolutely crucial, and it's not just for the fact of the community, but it's for the kids as well. They get to see themselves on a big stage, and they get to see themselves execute these things on a big stage. And being able to see that gives them tons and tons of hope that there is much, much greater for them outside of high school football.
And a reminder as well, the El Paso Sports magazine is also available. Both volleyball and football editions. Each only cost $20. Support athletics around El Paso by purchasing your magazine today. Clock continues to roll on a third down. Pierce brought back into play. Screen pass has got some blocks. Makes a spin and moves the chains forward. Montwood successfully advancing on the play. A little over 5 minutes to play. As we'll take another quick pause in the action and take this moment to remind you about the upcoming season of the Post-Game Pulse. An idea started last season, recapping every single high school football game occurring around El Paso, Texas. You can watch that live at 10 a.m. So gather your cafecito, or as Andres Acosta would say, your burrito, and tune in to the Post-Game Pulse live at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. We'll take a quick pause in the action. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network. We welcome you back to the field of play. A game by Miguel Candelaria, the senior running back, gets the chains moved for the Montwood Rams. Close to midfield, a first down and 10. Elijah Pierce commanding the helm at 6'1", 150 pounds. Similar to Davion Hurrell, Pierce today makes his varsity debut.
Absolutely. Wonderful, soft, simple throw out into the flats. Gets him a quick first down.
The pass complete down to Aiden McClellan. So far he's been semi-quiet tonight, now being involved in the action.
Absolutely, and I'm pretty sure Coach wanted to get more involved, but just couldn't find the opportunity. But I'm pretty sure as the season goes on, they're going to find some more ways to involve this kid in that offense.
This Montwood football program has really been bolstered in the past century. It was in the year 2000 where then alumni Robert Rodriguez was the first football player to receive a Division I offer. He went to go play with the Utes at Miners. The rush pushes up the gut, results in a third down and manageable. Montwood has a history of athletic excellence. Natasha Lacey, a former basketball player at Montwood, currently in the WNBA playing for the Washington Mystics. And athletic excellence that is represented with my partner to the right, Isaac Calvan.
Thank you very much.
Pierce loading up, throwing deep downfield. The pass is caught. Caught inside of the 5. A tremendous throw. Goes deep downfield and received by Julian Gonzalez.
I mean, just wonderful throw right there by Pierce. Calmly in the pocket, waiting for something to open up, and he found his receiver downfield, hitting him for a huge gain that puts him in scoring position.
First down and goal inside of the 10-yard line.
89.
Montwood is at the Hanks 8. Shotgun formation. Hands it to Gene Palmer. Palmer looking for the hat trick tonight. He'll be short of the 5, put down at the 6.
That's pretty good, too. That's like
As Montwood looks to threaten on a second down, we'll take a moment to remind you that if you have a water emergency, Jimmy Garza Emergency Water Removal is going to be ready 24/7, 365 days a year when unexpected water damage strikes. From burst pipes to flooding, count on their team for fast professional help. You can call them at 915-474-9472. Me and Isaac are both college students, but that doesn't give us the excuse to eat badly, because Elite Meals LLC is the place to go find meals that fit your goals, schedule, and budget. Elite Meals LLC is available to make eating good, quality food quick, convenient, and affordable, especially for all who are busy and hardworking individuals who don't always have the time to prepare a meal. The action starts back up. Elijah Pierce stays under center. Fakes it, looks, throws into the end zone. That pass is incomplete, intended for Miguel Esqueda, goes for naught.
Yeah, Pierce was looking for that receiver on the inside slant. But guess who was in front of him? Number 7 from Hanks Knights, Mr. Ryan Cardenas. Just getting all over the field, just causing pressure on that quarterback. Trust me, it gets super uncomfortable as a former quarterback myself to have somebody up in your face all night.
Pushed it up the gut with Palmer. Palmer will be just shy of the line to gain. Make it 4th down and 2. Isaac, as the quarterback, you need to know the defense as well as they know themselves.
Almost as good as they know themselves. Honestly, you got to know what every single guy on that defense is. If he moves, you know exactly what formation they're going to be running, and if he doesn't move, you know exactly what formation they're going to be running. It's just pick and choose and pick and play.
4th and 2, the fake, and Pierce is in for the touchdown. Emerald City gets a quick 6 off the legs of Pierce.
Wonderful keep right there by Pierce. I mean, he saw that there was no opening for the running back right there and just decided to keep it himself, getting himself in for 6.
Montwood cuts the deficit on to try to make it 27 points. The snap is high, the kick is up, straight through the uprights and good. 63-27. The Hanks Knights lead the Montwood Rams, but Elijah Pierce making his varsity debut, first varsity touchdown of his young career.
There you go. I mean, that's all it takes sometimes. Sometimes it just takes one touchdown to get everything underway, make him feel more comfortable in that pocket, and make him feel a little bit more comfortable within that film room. So as the season progresses, I'm more than sure we're going to see more of Pierce.
Time continues to tick. The Hanks Knights are looking for their first win against the Montwood Rams since October 7th, 2005. Montwood gets set to kick it off to the Hanks Knights as Hanks High School has situated well after their move to 5AD1, but challenges are soon to come, especially the back-to-back reigning 5AD1 champions, the El Dorado Aztecs, who are coming off their first playoff win in program history last year against Amarillo.
Absolutely. That game was absolutely insane to be at. I mean, a 74-72 win is absolutely insane just for anybody watching. The amount of points that were scored on that day rivals many points scored over one season for many teams.
And that was a tremendous comeback because at one point the Aztecs in the first quarter alone down 21-0.
Absolutely. That was probably the craziest part about that game. The fact that the Aztecs were down and found a way to climb back up and win that game themselves.
Dusher on the receiving team. The flag flies. Dusher is just going to let the kick roll out of bounds. It'll give Hanks prominent starting position. Head coach Scott Belize, an El Paso native, but previously, before accepting the Hanks job, was an offensive coordinator at Naaman Forest in Dallas, Texas, spending some time in the area where the most success from Texas high school football has come, and now adapting that into the 915.
Definitely. I mean, that shows how adaptive he is to his environment. I mean, coming from Dallas, where it's very prominent football out there, to coming to El Paso, where we also have prominent football, but just on a different scale. So the fact that he's able to adapt and be able to show his intelligence and his progress to his own kids and his own team is tremendous.
We talk about him being the founder of the Valise Passing Academy. Their last camp in July had over 90 athletes representing 20 high schools and 30 youth organizations.
Wonderful program, I will say. It gets many kids on a whole nother level, and it gets them college ready.
On the way, close to breaking past the chains, but not quite. Senior running back Isaiah Leva will be just shy of the chains. Make it 2nd down and 2 to go. Hanks giving an opportunity to those players who might not get enough playing time. Now, Isaac, from the perspective of a starter, someone who was the definition of Montwood football when you were a senior on the varsity squad, do the first teamers begin to worry whenever those second stringers get extra playing time? Does it create more of a competitive dynamic in practice?
Absolutely does create a competitive dynamic. I mean, nobody on here likes to lose, and trust me, nobody likes to lose that starting position, right? So, of course, it's going to create a competitive atmosphere, and it's going to get that first stringer to get into that gym more, get into those reps more, trying to watch some more film, trying to understand everything that the coach is asking of them. So I believe that it is a definite value to have within a team. Those competitive aspects can just bring a whole team together like Lego pieces all in one.
The motto over at Hanks High School, a simple phrase: it's a great day to be a Knight. Tonight, that phrase has been brought into reality by the football team and even their bandwind ensemble, who back in 1986 honored with a UIL state championship of their own. This squad, which as a program entirely, 6 straight state championships in girls wrestling, 1 in boys golf back in 1995. Those 6 straight wrestling championships coming from 2014 and 19. Now, despite that being different programs, it diffuses across all parts of the campus.
Absolutely. I mean, it just goes to show the type of community they're building within their own campus. And the success they have just goes to show how encouraging they are of their own kiddos and their own students. and their own players, right? These kids aspire to be greatness, and those coaches aspire with them, trying to be right behind them, making sure they give them every single leverage, every single point to succeed in what they want to do.
For Hanks High School, good times never felt so good. Late in the fourth quarter, a little over 3 minutes to go. Head coach Scott Veliz will bring in his players inside of the huddle. Montwood ready to play defense. Late into this game, clock begins to roll. Don't forget it, it's a school night. Now I'm lucky, Isaac, I don't have any Friday classes tomorrow.
Luckily, I don't either, but at the same time, these kids do, and they're going to have to wake up extremely early to get to that first period class.
Second down and short. From a frat party back to English. Fumble on the play. Another turnover might have just been committed on initial viewing. It seems as though Hanks jumped back on top of it as a flag flies late into the play. On the second down with 2 to go. Hanks High School has dominated all throughout tonight. They've continued late into the game as the flag goes against the Montwood Rams. On a personal foul, Hanks advances. More flexible positioning for sophomore Zion Jones. Have to believe Jones will be the one to carry the torch from Jordan Morales. Tonight, a star-studded night for Morales. Multiple passing and rushing touchdowns, following up what statistically was his best season last year. Hands it up to the senior running back, cutting the edge, going past the 40. He'll be close to the chains, but not quite there. As Excalibur, close to getting a first down. Make it 2nd and 2.
I mean, wonderful run right there by Isaiah Leyva. I mean, he's just finding his way, bouncing it outside, showing what Dusher has been doing the whole game, and just not going away from what works. Gets good yardage on that play.
Yeah.
2nd down and 2. And these later moments where the winning team might want to relax a little, how important is it for team morale to, especially because this is a non-district game, to keep playing as if it were 0-0?
I mean, it all starts with mentality. They want to continue winning that ball every single play, whether it's offense or defense, right? They have to continue that morale because this is just the first game of the season. They have much more games and hopefully a playoff berth at that. So they have to continue that morale. If not, it's going to slow them down. It's going to make them lose track of what the real goal is.
As for the Montwood Rams, defensively, they've struggled tonight. That's carried over from last season. As a unit in total, the Rams put up 881 tackles. That translates to 88.1 tackles per game. 14 of those were for loss. You compare that to the explosive offense, 3,400 yards passing, over 2,000 of the national average, yet that's a squad that went 1-9. With Damian Briano, a top 4 Texas quarterback in the States, and Adrian Cortinas, who was the right-hand man. This time, head coach Ivan Rangel looks to get it right and get back to his winning ways. So far, he's 2 for 3 and sending this Rams squad into the playoffs.
Absolutely, and he's just going to continue to find that path. You know, he's going to continue to try and find a way to get this team on the right winning track. And although a bit sluggish tonight, I'm pretty sure they're going to go into film tomorrow morning and watch everything they did wrong to fix it for the next game.
Takes the snap, will roll out, and will be stuffed before the chains. Now, a common misconception, Isaac, is this. Many believe that football players, after Thursday or Friday night football, they go home, they get to sleep in the next day, but y'all are finishing the game on Friday and entering early in the morning day the following day in order to study what occurred the previous night.
Yeah, so absolutely. I mean, once you get home, yes, get some good rest, get some food in your belly, but at the same time, as soon as you wake up in that morning, once that ring clock hits, you are in school already watching some film again. Now, most of these kids probably go to the trainers, but as soon as they're done with those, head straight to the film room because it's time for the next game.
Leva jukes one, can't handle the rest. A battering ram brought on by Montwood makes it 4th down and medium from 3rd down and 1. Now 4 yards to go. For Hanks High School, made the playoffs last year, a by-district loss against Palo Duro. When you look at Montwood, the shift for 6A occurred on October 31st of 2024. That's when the Montwood Rams beat on Halloween night an Eastwood team that many believe would be in the playoffs. Eastwood doesn't make it. How do the Troopers respond? By winning 6A the following year. Head coach Julio Lopez attributes that game against Montwood as the turning point. So both of those institutions as a whole kind of go the opposite way after that October night.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, those institutions, trust me, are one and the same. They come along the same road, and they're both under the Wood name. But at the same time, they both have a different organizations to each of them, right? It just goes to show that there's a different organization process, and it shows where the kids stand and all that as well.
4th down, not converted for Hanks. Montwood will get back possession as we're under a minute of play tonight. It's funny that you bring up Battle of the Woods, Isaac, because without knowing it, that's when we technically had our first interaction. You on the field, me in the booth. Walk us through that night, that special rivalry for Montwood and Eastwood. That gets renewed this year.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a wonderful night. I can say that myself. Atmosphere was absolutely insane, and trust me, Eastwood is probably one of the hardest places to play at. I mean, kudos all to them and Coach Julio Lopez out there, because in reality, it's difficult, right? A battle like that, when you're both the same name, trust me, everybody just wants to win, and everybody wants the name Wood on top of that helm, right? But the thing is, kids want it just as bad as the other does. So in reality, that was just a phenomenal night, wonderful gameplay, and just hard-playing players on both sides of the ball.
When you walked on for the first time in your senior year compared to your last, what were those emotions like?
In reality, I mean, you look at the field once and you just kind of see your whole world on it, and then in the next minute, it stops. You know, in reality, you gotta move forward, and you see the game of football as something you love dearly, right? And now it can come in the form as you playing ball at the next level, or even coaching, or as I'm doing right now, commentating on a football game.
Davion Hurrell comes back, the junior, making his varsity debut. Completed it to Miguel Esqueda. 2nd down and 3 for Montwood. Hurrell takes the snap, rolls out to the left, stuffed and taken down. Nothing new. Hanks is on their stuff. Brought down by Austin Fredes. As time ticks, now at 20 seconds. For Montwood, more than likely, will not get another playoff. At least they're not in a rush to do so. Time ticks, and in the final 5 seconds, the Hanks Knights have brought the sword out of the stone and beat Montwood 63-27. Isaac Galvan, your closing thoughts of the night.
I mean, it's a wonderful display of athleticism out there from the Hanks Knights. I mean, Excalibur was swung today. There is no doubt about that in my mind. And Coach Redley swung that sword ferociously. So seeing this team, they're going to have some big aspirations for the upcoming future. As for the Montwood Rams, there's a lot to work on, but it's nothing they can't fix because they have a whole season ahead of them and a whole lot tougher opponents.
Thank you to our wonderful crew. Our producer, Mia Betancourt, our cameraman / executive producer, Andres Ace Acosta. To the names of Isaac Galvan, I'm Sebastian Perez Navarro. We return tomorrow for El Paso's oldest rivalry, the 4th oldest in the Lone Star State. But for tonight, from Excalibur Stadium, we're over and out.
Thank you for watching this broadcast on El Paso Sports Network. Visit us at epsportsnetwork1.com for your source of sports and entertainment.